These two grown men had never seen The Simpsons, how the fuck's that even happen? We're two grown men on a mission now, so buckle up and just strap in.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Oh, I swear it's true. I was just about to say I love you. Love you.
Two grown men had never seen The Simpsons, it's America's Barley Basket.
Welcome, everyone, to another episode of America's Barley Basket. I'm your host, Marlon Wells, alongside host Nathan Fulsebach. Hello, Nathan.
Hello, Marlon.
Bring that energy up.
Hello, Marlon.
How are you, bud? There's that energy.
Yeah, just a lot of... The road was hard this weekend.
The road was hard. You and I put on hard miles this
Too many
weekend.
Snacks, too much sedentary living.
Yep, too many gummy worms.
Too many Chardonnays.
Yeah, too much just sitting in a car for too long. I don't know what it is. Something about sitting in a car all weekend really takes it out of me.
Yeah, it ain't good for a person.
No, every time I get out of your car at the end of a long weekend, I feel like I've been superplexed.
Yeah.
It's just like, God damn it.
Got gourd busted off the top of a cage.
Yep. Oh, no.
Gourd busted my life.
Nope. I just sat still for a long time.
Something about, just driving that long. Fuck, we put on some miles this weekend.
Yeah, we did.
A lot of backtracking.
Yeah. That's how it goes sometimes.
Well, that's a showman's life. That's what I always say.
baby.
If you're going to be a performer, sometimes a lot of hard miles, you know.
Yeah, this is what Turn the Page is about.
Right? Yeah, we're living a Seeger fairy tale here.
It was fun, though. Shows went well.
Yeah.
They like us.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say for me it was an A night and a B night.
Yeah, and I think it was, I'm going to say I had 2 A- nights.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. But yeah, I need a real bath and a bath that I know and trust, or a shower that I know and trust. I got to finally take a shit in a toilet I know and trust. That's always a good feeling. I don't have to worry about someone bursting in.
Yeah. A lot of people bursting into your bathrooms on the road.
We stay in some hotels of ill repute.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's some questionable locks in some of the motels we stay in.
My lock, it had the chain, but it didn't have the bolt at the end to lock it. So it's like, that's fun.
Well, fun. Doesn't have the nub.
Yeah,
it's just a chain.
Nubless. Nubless as a man can be.
The saddest complimentary breakfast I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, really? Yeah. I heard. I did not wake up in time.
No, I did.
A very good bed and very good pillows, because I've noticed the older I get grumpy about the quality of pillows at a hotel.
Yeah, it takes all sorts. I did not care for the beds and woke up pretty stiff on Saturday morning, but we lived.
Speaking of waking up stiff, I woke up with a fucking hell of a case of morning wood and a fucking lady pounding on the door to clean my room. I was like, I have to think fast or this could be a felony. And we're like, I only had the sheet on. I'm a hot boy. So I just did like a quick fucking toga sheet thing, stumbling out of almost ate shit with a chub. That could end tragically.
Fall on your boner, break it.
But then I think she just heard the sounds of someone struggling and just said, nope.
You got to utilize that do not disturb, buddy.
Yeah. I never think of that.
Yeah.
I only think of it if I wake up to use the bathroom at like 8 a.m. Oh, fuck it, I'm going back to bed, put the sign up. But I never think of it the night before.
I always it's like the first thing I do.
No shit, yeah. As much as we stay in hotels, you think I'd have that down. But
you with a rager just trying to, oh no, lady, don't come in here.
Her explaining that to her colleagues.
doing the swamp thing shamble to the door with a raging erection. Just, no, lady, go away now.
We must burn all the bedding. It has been sullied by the large one.
Oh God. Whew. Showbiz, baby.
Yeah, exciting times.
We told the jokes.
We did. Were they receptive?
Moderately so.
Yeah, I'd say.
I think you were a victim of scheduling this weekend because, you went last both nights, and I think both nights they were ready to go home by the time you got up there.
Getting a little fussy.
Yep, a little fussy.
Like trying to keep a toddler at a movie too long.
Yep, a comedy crowd, after a certain amount of time, they want to start horsing around with their buddies again. They're tired of sitting quietly.
Sitting on their hands for too long.
Yep.
A lot of people that are never told what to do in those audiences.
Yep. Yeah, Christ, yes, there are. A lot of them.
We did it.
We did it. It was fun.
Sold one T-shirt.
Yeah, boy.
He was very nice. I sold him a size that I could see in his eyes he didn't think would fit, but it was the only closest one I had. So he's like, fuck it.
Look at him. What a trooper.
Guess it's an undershirt. I haven't got an email to say otherwise. We're still a Simpsons podcast.
We are, yes, as far as I know.
What are we kind of getting in? Not quite to the gooey center, but we're getting there.
Making our way through season 20.
Yep, season 20. Exciting times. Trying to think, last batch, was there anything revolutionary? Not really. No big milestones.
We got the treehouse last time.
Knocked the treehouse
which
out.
was fine.
One kind of flashback episode.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We did get that weird cabin flashback one.
Yep. So now we're into a 5 new episodes, new beginnings. What could the Simpsons be up to this time?
I'm going to call this a pretty good batch of the Simpsons. I don't know where you and I stand, but I won't say it was life-changing, but I will call it pretty good.
I'd say, yeah, average to solid. One stood out a little bit above the rest, but no bangers, but no me getting mad about how shitty it is.
Yeah.
No pointless celebrity episodes that I can think of.
Yeah. Would you describe your Hotel Wood as average to solid at your age?
I mean, for my pretty solid. From that, it was above average. Which, I mean, granted, my above average. I don't want to see where it ranks on a national scale, but sometimes it all depends. Are we macro or micro in it? Micro, top notch. Macro, well,
fair to middling.
We're up to episode 7 in season 20. My Pods and Boomsticks. Episode begins with the Simpsons going to the mall to return Christmas presents. The gag is, of the 5, 4 of them are returning the kitten calendar that Bart bought them.
Yeah.
And he's indignant. He's like, but there's 3 extra months. It's 3 extra kittens. And when he takes a look at it, he's like, oh, those are some ugly kittens.
I'm going to see if I ever buy you guys gifts in a hurry again, because that's clearly exactly what happened.
You buy everyone in your family the same goddamn calendar.
God damn it, that was funny. Oh, those are some ugly kittens.
So
I like the entire vibe of the Christmas is over. They're running the reindeer through the wood chipper, and they're arresting all the Santas.
Yeah. I think they're just covering over Santa with Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah.
Just moving on to the next holiday.
Yeah.
So they're in the mall looking around, get some good sight gags, but kind of the crux of the episode is when they stumble upon a Maple store.
The Maple store.
Which it's like a kiosk right in the middle of the store, but it's a giant glowing cube. Like,
yeah.
The dimensions of this mall are baffling. It's like football size fucking walkways, apparently.
The physics of this mall. Yeah.
So they go into the Maple store. You an Apple boy?
Yeah, I'm an Apple guy.
Oh, yeah?
Like iPhone and iPad. Like I don't own an Apple laptop, but but phone and iPad, yes.
For how long? Been an Apple phone guy?
It's been a while.
No shit, really?
Like my first iPhone was probably a 5.
What makes you go that direction? Now it's familiarity?
Yeah, like at first it was like, oh, I like the design and the simplicity and fuck it, I'll give one of these a try. And then you're in the ecosystem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then like
Trapped.
Yeah, like, oh, I bought all this music. If I don't keep buying an Apple, that was all for nothing. You know what I mean? So once you're in it, you're kind of in it. And familiarity.
When you said simplicity of use, I'm picturing like a jitterbug phone. It's like it's a flip. You open it. There's one button. It's a picture of your mom. Click. Hi, Mom.
In actuality, it's just full of candy, though. It's not even real.
Yeah. Hi, Mom. Is it sandwich time? It's not sandwich time, hon. Go to bed. Okay.
Having this call at 11:45.
We're having this call too many times, honey. Is it dark out? Yeah, that means it's not sandwich. Okay.
Okay, Mom. Thank you.
You got all these sandwiches by the edge of your bed. Oh boy, sandwich time.
No, not yet, guys.
The sun just rose. Yay!
Yeah,
Just eating sandwiches in bed, eat too many and go right back to bed. Oh, no.
never. I am not a food in bed person.
Yeah. I'm sure I have at some point due to some weird circumstance, but I'm a dirt dog. That is a line too far for me even.
I'm not a bed person, period. Like we've talked before, I'm a living room person, you're a bedroom person. Like people who like lounge in their bedroom, what are you doing?
But on that note, I do like to have a chair in my bedroom to do my lounging.
Yeah. But I have friends who are straight up bed people. Like on a Saturday, they'll fucking throw on the television in their bedroom, which already I'm not on board for.
Oh, really? See, I was that. Yeah.
Sit in bed and eat fucking snacks.
I have a lot of friends that they go to bed to the TV playing.
Yeah, I don't. No TV in the bedroom.
Yeah. Oh, I'll have a TV, but the older I've gotten, the less and less I use it. It seems like.
Yeah.
But
okay.
I like to have it there. I saying that don't have one now, but if I did. If I was a man of means and had a little TV,
if a TV
bedroom,
fell in your lap, it would go in the bedroom.
You going in the bed with me? we're gonna tussle.
Not even on a dresser at the edge of the bed,
just
in the bed,
hot as shit. Ooh. We're gonna turn this to a less bright channel.
I got to make sure to activate the sleep timer on this, otherwise it's gonna burn up in the middle of the night.
Tanned half my body, it's like a broken convection oven. One love handle's just right.
The other one a little toasted.
So they go into the Apple store. We get a lot of Apple gags from like a dozen years ago, like advertising and this and that. And Lisa is just fucking. She gets the Apple bug right away, and there's a gag about how expensive everything is. She wants to buy fake earbuds just to act like, and were those $40?
Yeah, the fake ones.
She has a coin purse. Like, how much, Lisa? How much? You're smart. Like, it was 17 cents. Like, wouldn't even bother selling it.
I also think it's weird that counterculture Lisa is super into the Apple.
Lisa's got a little bit of fucking bougie hipster.
Yeah, that's true.
A little elitist.
Yeah, and a little bit of like, little girl wants the new toy.
Yep.
I get it.
Yeah,
Yep.
And so Lisa's out of luck until Krusty walks by, and he is fed up. He doesn't understand technology, and he's angry about it. Basically trying to get a rise at everyone, and no one's listening to him.
Yeah.
And he just gives Lisa an iPod.
I'm sorry, a MyPod.
A MyPod card, man. We do not want to. I'm sorry, Apple. Please do not sue us. And wasn't it because he got it in a gift bag at an award show?
Right, yeah. So it's not like he cared anyway.
Yep. So that's how that ended up happening. And then while at the Apple store, there's this announcement that Steve Mobs is going to make a big announcement. And everyone's got a fucking Apple chub for that. And all these dorks are gathering around looking at this big screen. Steve Jobs, Mobs comes up on the screen. And Bart somehow has a PA system.
Yep.
And he's perfectly word for word changing what Steve Jobs is saying, basically just making fun of them and saying they're all suckers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And during this, we get comic book guy running up with a sledgehammer and throwing it at the giant screen of Steve Jobs, which is a shout out to like a 1984 Apple Super Bowl commercial, I think.
Yeah, that was an Apple commercial.
Yep. And that's, God, well, fucking 1984, there were enough people buying fucking computers to warrant a Super Bowl commercial. I wonder how far I would have had to drive. My parents would have had to drive to see a computer in 1984 in rural North Dakota.
Was that commercial actually from 1984?
Almost sure it was.
Oh, because I know it's 1984 themed because that's like Big Brother. But
I think it was the 84 Super Bowls when that came out.
Crazy.
Yeah, like that's wild that Apple was that big already. But didn't Apple kind of have an ebb and a flow and then back up again, kind of?
Yeah, they hit a low point there after they let Jobs go and it was just Wozniak, and then they got Jobs back, and now they're the Apple that we know.
Yeah, like because I remember at one time, like in the 90s, it felt like Apple or the computers a school buys, but no one owns one at home.
Yeah.
You buy a PC.
Like the computers in your elementary school computer room were all like Apple IIs.
Yeah.
Running Snake and Oregon Trail.
Fraction munchers.
Yeah.
Little Sticky Bear. I remember what Sticky Bear was.
I don't know Sticky Bear.
It was fairly popular, but at least popping in our school.
Jamming them big ass 3.5 floppy disks in there. Good times.
Yeah. What do you think those When were those done by? Mid-90s?
Those big bastards?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably the mid-90s.
There's like someone listening that grew up in a normal school system on the East Coast. Like, those were phased out in 1984. Marlon, you weren't even alive.
Yeah.
Like, they're still dusting them off in your school system.
Yeah, meanwhile, I was using those in like probably 1991, 92.
I remember 1989, 90, I sure was, playing fucking Fraction Munchers. God, I was good at Fraction Munchers. Don't want to brag. There was another game we would play where it was like fish eating other fish. It was supposed to be almost like a show you how like nature works kind of thing. Like bigger fish would eat the smaller fish. Fuck, there's a boring fucking rabbit hole to go down. Listen to Nathan vaguely describe computer games from 1991.
Nathan vaguely describes early 90s edutainment software.
Hey, you guys remember this? Remember there was those Christian Archie comics? So Bart is now being chased by a gaggle of angry apple zombies, but I don't know where the fuck them. Again, nothing makes sense in Springfield. He goes from being in the mall parking lot to being in a residential neighborhood
immediately
like that.
Yep.
And
this is why you can't draw a map of Springfield because none of it makes sense. Later in this batch of episodes, the back of Springfield Elementary is next to a major water channel that a garbage barge can sail on. So none of this makes sense.
Incredible. So Bart was running away. He's in a residential neighborhood, and that's where he meets Bashir. Do they actually literally run into each other?
He's finally like, okay, I lost him. Oh, what's that smell? And Bashir is cooking out on the grill out back.
Grilling some lamb, I believe.
Lambing it up.
Just a little lamb boy. I do like lamb. I'll fuck with some lamb.
I'll fuck with lamb for sure. Not mutton. I don't care for mutton, but lamb is good.
So Bashir's cooking some lamb. He and Bart immediately, he's a people person.
Yep.
Enjoying Bashir's company, fast friends with Bashir, enjoys, kind of fucking charms Bashir's mother a little bit and just fucking fits right in, giving him a layout of how the school's going to work. They're going to tease you for this and that. We call Skinner this. We call Mr. Wiener, Mr. Whiner.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. And immediately they're met by the bullies. And the bully, he's like, oh, shit, here it comes. And the bullies, they're giving him a hard time about, being Muslim and this and that. One of the bullies goes, I'm going to punch him extra hard because I secretly think he's cute. It's like, Jesus, nice thing to throw into that.
I love in this show when the bullies say the quiet part out loud.
Yeah.
This is some of my favorite shit.
And I think Bart saves him by somehow changing the subject, and the bullies turn on each other.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but for some reason they all turn on each other. Homer becomes worried about Bashir. I think it's maybe a seed planted in him in Moe's Tavern by Lenny and Carl.
Yeah, because at first he loves him because he's real polite and everything.
He's like, look at Millhouse. He's got a new haircut. He got rid of those glasses.
He's a different color.
Yeah.
I love that I like that Homer just thinks all of Bart's friends are Millhouse.
Look at Millhouse looking good. So Homer's now, just because he's a fucking dolt, just does a 180 because he fears that the family may be terrorists, just because they're Muslims.
Yeah, let's not beat around the bush.
Yeah.
It's because and that does get implanted in him down at Moe's by Lenny and Carl being shitty. And,
right? Yeah,
and Moe being shitty.
We expect it from Moe, but
because Moe's a piece of garbage.
Yeah.
And Homer immediately shit. We haven't seen one in a while, but boy, Homer is a huge piece of shit in this episode.
Because whose idea is it? Is it his to bring them over for dinner? It's like a test of their allegiance to America?
Yeah, I think prodded by Moe, but it's Homer's idea.
So he brings them over for dinner, and they're a perfectly normal family.
Yeah.
Just no other kids, but Bashir, at least none that came with. And he's asking them all these questions that are hurtful, and then brings out a cake of the U.S. flag.
Yeah.
And I was like, would you like to cut the cake? And at that point, they're like, we're going to go.
Yeah.
There's a good, and Marge is upset, and, Bart's upset. And then Maggie just puts a finger in the cake, and she's about to eat the frosting. She's like, no, Maggie, that's poison. So it was a poison cake to begin with. So ridiculous. And after that, Marge is like, no, you go over there and you apologize. And he's like walking over there. He's reading a cue card of how to apologize.
Yeah,
Like,
he's written this down.
and then as he's walking up, he hears some commotion in the garage, and he sees through the garage window the father loading up a car, I think, full of TNT and
Yeah,
explosives.
he's got crates of TNT.
So you can imagine where Homer's mind is going after that.
And his mind is spurred on by that dream, that fucking Aladdin genie dream he has that is so fucking funny. Because as somebody who grew up with Aladdin, it was fun to see like their take on the fucking genie.
Yeah.
And how fucking like the whole thing is just the genie turning everything Muslim.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Yeah, what are some of the examples?
He turns their church into a mosque,
Yeah.
and turns Reverend Lovejoy into like a
imam.
Yeah. And yeah, he changes some other shit around the town. I forget precisely what, but there's a lot of good gags in here.
Yeah. And I'm almost he's such a big star. He probably would have wanted to do a bigger part. I'm almost surprised they didn't get Robin Williams to do the voice.
Yeah, maybe they tried.
Yeah, he's even in 2009, he was a pretty damn big star still.
He'd have been a tough get.
Yeah. Or if they get him, he is the emphasis of the episode.
Yeah, they do one of your favorite celebrity episodes where it's all about Robin Williams.
Can you imagine how fucking exhausting it would be to be the voiceover director trying to keep that dude in line?
Yeah,
it's like,
shit.
We can't do this. We can't just animate your every fucking noise and whim. Like you have to follow a script.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Lisa has become. Basically, she's addicted to her fucking MyPod, and she's just hanging out. There's a scene where she's hanging out in the playground. The twins, who are always just assholes.
Yeah.
And then they go and like see what Lisa's doing, and then they watch an episode of Itchy and Scratchy, and they become entranced by it too.
Yeah.
So just showing the power of the MyPod. But what Lisa doesn't expect is she gets a bill in the mail. It's $1,200.
Yeah.
That's so insane.
And she's like, but I only downloaded 1,200 songs.
It's like 1,226.
Yeah.
So do you get some free ones right off the bat or something? Like,
Well, it's like, I'm sure someone was smart enough to do the math. I'm sure if you work that all out, that's 99 cents a song.
99 cents. Okay. So as an iPod person, you have probably purchased plenty of music.
Yeah, like not so much in the past several years because like Spotify and Pandora became more of a thing, but like I bought a lot of fucking music from Apple over the years.
Yeah, I've never I don't think I have an iTunes account. Which that was at one time, do you think that was the most popular way to consume music in America?
I'm sure it had its time before the streaming services.
Like that was probably towards the waning ends of pirating, like stealing shit.
Yeah.
I'd say 2008, that was iTunes was more popular than like LimeWire.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
I would say 2009, I was probably still stealing a lot of music. And I was still buying, if I wanted a CD bad enough or an album, I'd buy the disc. I was still buying CDs, probably 5-6 a year.
I was well past buying CDs at this point.
You remember the last CD you purchased?
The last one. Oh, like it was probably from like an opening band at a concert that I liked and wanted to support them. Like it might have been like, I don't know, fucking Neurosonic or somebody you never ended up ever hearing from again. But I was like, these guys were good opening for who the fuck ever. It was probably someone who opened for Seven Dust in Fargo in 2008.
Fucking good.
Yeah, these guys are good. Yeah, I'm a little drunk, but they're good.
What year do you think it was the last time you went into a store to
And
buy
bought
a CD?
Fuck. 2005.
Really? Yeah, I mean, that ain't out of the ordinary. There's a lot of people that'd be their last time.
Yeah, and odds are it might have been like a used one, like at a fucking retro disc or.
This price is good.
Yeah,
like $3.99. Sure, why not?
Or because at some point, like some stuff, especially back then in the early days of digital downloads, some stuff just wasn't available. Like I remember finding it was punk bands doing covers of hip hop songs. This compilation called "Take a Bite Out of Rhyme" that was like you couldn't get digitally, but I found it at a secondhand store and bought it.
Yeah, even for me now, I mean, fucking COVID stopped shopping in a lot of record stores type. I bet it's probably been a couple years, at least 2.5 years since I bought a CD in a store.
Yeah.
But I will again, like with the right band. Pearl Jam I didn't buy the last Pearl Jam album, now they say that. Like, there's a handful of those bands I'll still usually buy the physical disc, but I'm kind of behind on a lot of shit. And it doesn't feel like it's really ruining my life at all.
I don't imagine I'll ever buy another CD, because why would I?
Man, someday there's not going to be a CD selection at Walmart or Target. That's wild to think about. There was a time the fucking Target music section was big.
Remember the Best Buy music section where it was half the fucking store?
Yep. Music and movies.
Yeah.
I bet both of them are gone. I know music's gone in Best Buy.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah. The times they keep on turning.
I revel in it. Bring on the future.
More garbage. More analog garbage. Stack it up. Bury me in CDs and
I
magazines.
want the next thing. No more. Let's get rid of our things. Put it all in the air.
So now Homer has kind of become like a fucking like a self-hired government operative. No one's asking him to do this, but he's doing some intel on Bashir's folks.
Because he's a huge piece of shit.
Yep. And he's convinced that Bashir's father's going to blow up the mall, when in reality he's been hired to blow up the old mall, probably to make parking for the new mall.
Yeah.
And he plans on stopping it. He screams in the mall, gets everyone out of the mall, and ends up just dicking everything up because there is an explosion going on. They're about to blow up the old mall.
Yeah, like a controlled demolition. Yeah.
And he ends up getting all of the dynamite out of the old mall and ends up fucking, I think, does he throw it on a garbage barge that blows up the bridge?
In the river, yeah.
That goes to the island where the Duff fucking brewery is.
Yeah.
And that was great because it's like, oh, good thing, because they're like, what are you doing? It's like, oh, wow. At least no one uses that bridge. It's like, that's the bridge for the Duff factory. And you just see Duff beer truck just driving off that goddamn blown up bridge into the water.
Like lemmings.
Yep. And then I love this. Homer dives in to save it. And he's swimming to get to these, to get the beer out of these trucks. And we see Hans Moleman behind the wheel of a submerged. I like how Hans Moleman's a trucker now. This is at least 2 times he's been behind the wheel of a truck. Like,
and he's like panicking in this cab that is filling up with water, and Homer swims right past him. Yeah. Very good.
So now, then it cuts to the Simpsons having like a we're sorry party for their family. And they're all sitting around kind of like a picnic type thing in the backyard. And they notice Lisa's missing, which that's weird when your kid's 8.
It's alarming.
They should just not be missing, I guess. And Bart's like, yeah, she said something about going to the bottom of the ocean, which is conveniently enough the location of Maple HQ. How does she get? Oh, she's like in basically a submarine that looks like a fucking like a memory stick.
Yeah, like a USB thumb drive. Yeah.
And she goes in and she meets Steve Mobs and gives him the story about like, you know, if you could like look into your heart and give me some forgiveness, I have this bill I can't afford to pay. And Steve Mobs does not give in because fucking he's a fucking billionaire piece of shit, you know. And Lisa ends up getting a job dressed up in a fucking iPod costume. What is it? Think Different.
Yeah.
Just handing out coupons.
Handing out flyers.
Think different. Think different. Think different.
Working off her fucking music bill. That's a fun one.
I think the only Apple product I ever owned is I did buy an iPod used, but I never used it. Like, it seemed like a cool gizmo, but I just never used it.
Yeah, I've owned iPods.
Funny thing about it is I bought it I probably bought it around this time, maybe like more like 2010, 11, and it was a big beefy boy, like the 180 or something like that. And again, it sat in a drawer up until 2019. So just 3 years ago, I was like, why do you have this? Sell it. And because I was moving, I was just downsizing. I got more for it than I bought it for.
Yeah.
Because apparently they have value. Because like you just can't get them anymore.
Because you can't buy them anymore.
And it's the big ones that have the value. Like,
yeah. And I understand some people like having their music separate from their phone.
Yeah.
And I get that there are situations where having those two separate are kind of nice, you know, even if all you do is fill that thing full of music and leave it in your car so you never have to take your phone out. Like, like I use my phone for my music in my car, same as you do, I'm sure, listening to podcasts and whatnot. Like, there is it's a little convenient to not have to take out your phone and plug it in every time you get in and out of your car. So I get it. It has its use cases.
A fine episode, nothing great, but it was fine.
Yeah, it was fine. I was into it, but this was one where I was like, boy, Homer, you suck shit in this episode. He's the fucking worst. Just a huge piece of garbage in this one. The next one is episode 8, The Burns and the Bees. Maybe, like, we'll see how I feel when we talk about the rest of them, but this might be my favorite of the batch.
Not coincidence, very Burns-centric.
Oh, yeah. Although, not as much as it should
one would
be.
think. Not as much as one would think.
Yeah, I don't think that we get nearly enough Burns in an episode that has his name in the title.
That is true.
So, we get the Christmas intro, which we've seen before, where he's snowboarding instead of skateboarding and all this and that. Burns and Smithers are at their billionaires retreat, which is fun. I like all of the gags of like them roasting gemstones over the fire and shit like that. It's like summer camp for billionaires. Lisa, in the meantime, finds a beehive that's full of dead bees. All the bees are dying.
I did not know the bee death thing was a story in 2009.
Yeah, this seems early.
Yeah,
right?
like I would have thought that was like a last 5-6 years ago story.
Exactly. To me, the bees are dying is a new thing, but apparently fucking not.
Or maybe the Simpsons scooped us yet again.
Yeah.
And I had another question. What is the name of the retreat that all the captains of industry go to with, like, is it Bohemian Grove?
Oh, in real life.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was just going to say, because that has to be kind of what this is based on, is just a bunch of billionaires and politicians getting together and fucking, I don't know, covering themselves in makeup or whatever they do. And fucking,
I love the like wholesome summer camp way it's depicted in The Simpsons.
They're not planning how they're going to control every aspect of their lives.
No, they're skinny dipping. And,
Jesus, Burns skinny dipping.
Yeah.
A lot of exposed bones.
We get Jeff Bezos mentioned in this long before I'd have known who Jeff Bezos is. And he voices himself.
I am trying to think if I ever used Amazon in 2009. I knew of it. Well, I remember for the longest time, Amazon was a place you went to buy books.
Right, it was an online bookstore or bookseller.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably not. I probably wasn't that savvy by now.
I don't think so.
In 08,
maybe
09.
perhaps bought a book or two that I couldn't find on eBay.
Sure. I was in eBay back then.
Oh yeah, eBay was the first fucking website I ever used.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I knew about eBay before I even had an email. I used to have friends sell shit for me with their email. It's like, just get your own email.
Yeah, it's not hard.
But it's also like, well, I don't even own a computer. I don't know how any of this works.
You're just scared.
You're going to have to hold my hands and type for me.
Nathan, stop shaking. It's okay.
You're panicking. Like I'm in the water and I don't know how to swim. Just quit crashing.
Oh, that's too real. That hits too close to home, bud. I like that we get a little peek into Willie is an aviarist? Is that what you call a beekeeper?
Oh yeah.
I like that. I like that Willie is into beekeeping, but all his bees are dead.
And then because doesn't Lisa refer to it as that? And like he has a great response to that.
He's like, I know from context that means beekeeper, and then responds. Yeah. But he throws in like, I don't know what that is, but I know via context. While Burns is at this billionaires retreat, he's playing a high stakes poker game. He bets Smithers, which is fun, and Smithers gets on the table,
sits quietly.
And the Texas Oil Man bets his basketball team, the Austin Celtics, which I enjoyed. And Burns wins with a 9 high.
Just narrowly ahead of the 8 high. 8 high is such a shitty hand. If you're playing high-low split poker, you're probably going to win a low hand with 8 high, you know? Like
you're so far ahead of me in poker that I don't even know what you're talking about.
You just got a headache.
Yeah, I was like,
high-low split? Why would you split? What are we splitting? Like rip the cards?
Why do you split? You split 8s, I know that, but you don't split. What do you split?
Why would we split anything?
So now Burns is the owner of the Austin Celtics. Lisa's freaking out, panicking about the dying bees. She goes and tells her dad, and Homer has that weird, he's like, well, I don't fucking care about the bees. And she's like, but without bees, there's no honey. Then he has that daydream about the post-apocalyptic world of honey, like a world without honey.
Synthetic honey.
Yeah, like the weird, like authoritarian advertisements for synthetic honey.
Like the Wall-E robot
and
shows
Wall-E
up.
is there. Yeah, so I like that. That's what Homer thinks the world would be like with no honey.
When do you think the last time was you got stung by a bee? Been recently? As an adult?
It's been years. As an adult, but it's been years. Probably between 5 and 10.
Yeah. So long ago. Yeah, I remember the last time I got stung, it had been so long ago then that I was like, I forgot what it's like. Oh, fuck, this sucks. This sucks. Like,
do you have like a bad reaction or anything?
No,
or it's just unpleasant?
Just unpleasant. Like,
yeah.
I was probably like 19. I put on a pair of work gloves. There's a bee in it.
Ah.
And I was like, oh, fuck. Like, I remember like, oh, I got stung by a bee. Thinking like, oh, I bet you barely even notice it. Because I was like 3 the last time I got stung. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I remember freaking out at that age. I was like, fuck, this does suck.
Yeah, it burns.
It fucking burns.
Yeah. I don't mind bees, and I know bees are important. So if a bee is giving me shit, I try to ignore it and just like be cool. But like that, I hate when a bee won't leave you alone. It is the fucking worst thing. You get out of your car, walking into a store, and it's buzzing around your head, and you're like, don't swat at it. You're just trying to be cool. You're like, God damn it, bee. I'm just trying to go into this adult bookstore, and you gotta just be cool. You just do
cool.
your
I'm
thing.
being cool.
I'm doing my thing.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I'm not judging you.
I'm on your side.
Bees for me are like, bees, they could be, they can get in the way. They can be a nuisance. It's hornets or fucking wasps, whatever you want to call them.
Wasp is a fucking monster.
They don't provide anything.
No, they make no honey.
And if there's one, there's 50. They ain't like bees. They ain't out, traversing the landscape.
No, they're on the hunt. They're out to fuck you up.
Yeah, there's somewhere, if you're around hornets, there's a nest 10 feet away somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, they suck.
I remember being in my youth and us tearing down an old dilapidated chicken coop that was in our yard, and like in there with like crowbars and whatnot on the outside, prying boards off the side, and just hearing the whole wall start to vibrate and buzz, and it taking a few minutes for the handful of us there to be like, oh fuck, this place is full of fucking bees or hornets or something, and fucking getting the fuck. You know what? We're just gonna tear it down with the tractors on some cold morning. Set this on fire.
I had an aunt when she was real little, like 2 or 3. Out on the farm, she sat down on a tree stump. It had a ground hornet's nest in it.
Oof.
And they stung the fuck out of her.
I'll bet.
And she, like, I remember my grandma saying it was like bad enough, like, do we need to bring her to the hospital?
Jesus.
And that's back when that would have been 2/3 of their yearly income, to get some salve. Like, selling some of the kids' teeth to pay for salve money.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? And if you sit on something, you're not getting stung in the best of places.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
you're going to get a lot of butt trauma.
Yeah, get a lot of butt trauma, get a lot of the old fucking bubblegum stung. Not cool.
So we get Homer. Now he wants to help because a world without honey is going to be the fucking end times. And so he and Lisa go talk to Dr. Frink. I feel like we haven't seen him in a while. Dr. Frink is out in the flower field with him, and he finds a dead bee and picks it up and sees they have bee measles, or beezles, as he calls it. And there's a fucking great joke where as soon as he says that, Homer in this real panicked voice goes, wait, animals can get sick? And without missing a beat, Frink is just like, I'm just going to talk to Lisa now, okay?
I'm going to talk to the daughter now. Or I'm going to talk to your like talking now, how curt he says it. Like, I'm going to talk to your daughter now.
Yep, like, you're done here.
Yeah.
But the panic in Homer's voice of animals can get sick. So Frank is going to help Lisa solve this problem, and he finds a queen bee because it lands on Lisa's face and then stings her, and he like shows her what to do, and now Lisa just has a colony of bees on her face, a bee beard.
At one time, a North Dakota man from like the Great Depression era had the record for the biggest bee beard ever.
Oh, yeah?
I remember that as a kid.
Look at us go.
Yeah, really adding to the tapestry of American culture.
I admire people who work with bees and know how to handle bees, but like every fucking video I see of like, I'm a beekeeper and here's me with my bees, I'm like, that looks like a nightmare. Yeah. You should run.
I think North Dakota might be the biggest honey producing state.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, with honeys like you and I, ain't no surprise.
Just too sweet.
Couple of little sweeties.
I do like when Lisa has the bee beard and fucking Bart's messing with it. Either Marge or Homer goes, Bart, stop millhousing your sister, because he's like making a millhouse face.
Yeah, he just moves the bees around to make the eyebrows
like
and the glasses.
Like it's a woolly willy.
Yeah.
Got the magnet stick moving the metal shavings.
Yeah, I never had a woolly willy, but I do know what it is.
I don't want to brag, but I had a few woolly willies in my day.
Look at you.
Yeah. That was always like $1.99 grocery store toy.
That seems like
every
a
once in a while. It's
toy.
like my mom just couldn't say no. Whatever.
Fine, get
on a woolly willy. That'll make you happy.
We're not gonna blow Etch-a-Sketch money on this kid.
Yeah.
Get him a woolly willy.
I think my Etch-a-Sketches were always rummage sale, garage sale. Because that was nothing I ever would. If I had a chance at a toy that cost real money, I wouldn't have went with an Etch-a-Sketch. I would have went with I need fucking laser power He-Man or something.
I had an Etch-a-Sketch as a kid, but I never fucking couldn't draw anything with it. I never figured it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know, draw a square and then shake it. What do you want to do now?
Right? Yeah. Or try to make it work. Oh, this looks shitty, but I guess that's a pumpkin, all right.
That's a square tree. I don't know.
I would return that pumpkin if I were to purchase it.
There's a Nintendo in this house. What am I doing?
No shit.
Burns goes to a basketball game of his Austin Celtics, and they're playing it doesn't say Dallas Mavericks. It says Mavericks. And the logo on the floor is akin to the Mavericks, but not quite on. I thought I noticed that during this. I was like, oh, this is how we got away with this, I guess.
Interesting.
Burns is fucking befuddled by Mark Cuban.
Yeah, like, why doesn't he recoil from the commoners?
Yeah, look at him. What's he doing?
I like the idea that Burns is like physically sickened by non-billionaires.
By common people. Yeah. And he's like, all of his money seems to have bought him happiness. And I like how Mark Cuban is portrayed here as like kind of a fun-loving goof, but also like a complete fucking psychopath.
Yeah.
Like at one point he's like, now if you'll excuse me, nobody's paid attention to me for 10 seconds. And he runs back on the court and is juggling children and chainsaws. Voiced himself in this, of course.
I figured, yeah.
This is about the time I would have become aware of who Mark Cuban is.
I was quite a bit before, but that was just because I'm a basketball
You're
nerd.
a bigger basketball fan than I.
Yeah, one thing I remember was early aughts that they talked about when he like took over the Mavericks, because the Mavericks were a franchise that was in disarray for the better part of 15 years. But like, you know, he's going to stick money into it. And I remember watching like an interview where some player was just gushing. Each one of us has a PlayStation 2 built into our locker. We're thinking, that's tits.
That is tits. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, back when that was the fucking thing.
Back when that was the console, yeah.
Yeah. I like that. I know the Celtics would have been out of the Boston Guard. I hope there's like they cut to the Boston Guard. Like, we sometimes have hot water. I think that was the opposing locker room where the hot water never worked. Funny how that works.
Yeah, no shit.
They get the plumber to fix one right away.
So Burns is intrigued by Mark Cuban and maybe thinking like, oh, maybe I should try living like Mark Cuban a little. In the meantime, we get the bee colony off of Lisa's face by relocating it to an abandoned greenhouse that used to be a thriving greenhouse until they hired Homer to work there. We get that quick little detail. Yeah. So the bees are happy. They're living in this fucking greenhouse. Then we get back to Burns and his Austin Celtics, and he's trying to be fun, but he's so bad at it.
The announcement, how they introduced him. You may have seen him on the cover of the December 1943 issue of Collier's. Montgomery Burns.
And he's renamed the name to the Springfield Excitement.
Yeah.
Which is dumb.
Which... That is, I could see, there's probably an arena football team called the Excitement.
Yeah. That is a good arena football team name, yeah. And then they show him, like, trying to, like, his version of hyping shit up is bad. Like, they show the hot dog vendor, and he pushes him aside and starts throwing foie gras into the crowd with a spade.
So loose goose liver mush getting
just
flung
slinging it into the fucking crowd.
Yeah, some like 1910s women in long dresses showing their ankles off.
Yeah.
Like, and when it doesn't get a response, like, get out of here, you harlots.
Get back to your brothels, you harlots. Yeah. Yeah, so Burns is bad at being hype. I also like that the arena is a shithole. Like, they really lean into how shitty this arena is.
Well, I think that's supposed to be like a Boston Garden.
Yeah,
like, where there's
I
big
figured.
gaps in the... Because, that was always like... I just saw a picture, and it was taken in like 1993, where a guy had 5 quarters on top of each other, and there was a gap big enough in the court you could stick 5 quarters.
Unbelievable. You're a professional team.
So crazy. I remember back in the day, they'd have games delayed because the ice would melt, because that's where the Bruins played.
Yeah.
And they'd be fucking mopping ice water up, like, hey, you gotta push this back away.
Unbelievable.
Or like there was always like the thing, the home team, they know where the dead spots in the court are. You could just be dribbling on a fast break and the ball just stick. Because there's fucking 4 feet of melted ice underneath it. It's
like part of me loves that. Part of me loves the character. But the bigger part of me is like, get your fucking shit together, Boston. What are you doing?
No ventilation. That was always a thing too. Back when they would smoke, the fucking place looked like it was on fire. Like, I think it was built like in the 20s. Life was cheap in the 20s.
Yeah, that's true.
Holy fuck. I don't even know what leads to it, but Bart does or says something that like Lisa's like looks at Marge and it's like, you're going to be taking care of him for that. He's always going to be here.
Yep.
And Marge gets kind of nervous and she's like, but he'll be gone a lot repairing refrigerators. I like when we get a glimpse into Bart's grim future.
Yeah, that was a fun bit. That was when they first went to that greenhouse and got her bees off her face. Yeah. Burns, since nobody likes his flavor of fun, decides he's going to build a new arena. And so that's what he's off to do. And this is where these stories start to converge a little bit because he's going to build it right where Lisa's new bee house is.
Sanctuary, yeah.
Just immediately bulldozes it.
Yeah.
And then Lisa, of course, going to fight this because the bees are important. So we have a town hall. We haven't had a town hall in a while. I like the cliche of the Springfield town hall meeting. Like that's how we move a lot of stories along in this show.
And Lisa even mentions it when she's like, you didn't listen to me with this. You didn't listen to me with this. You surely didn't listen to me with this. But please listen to me about the bees.
Yeah. And at first they're on her side. Like, yeah, we need the bees. And I forget what Burns says to win this debate.
Well, he introduces as like Muwok.
Oh,
the number one, the 7'5" draft pick from some far flung island,
holding a whaling harpoon, and he's jacked. He's just a monster,
too big for basketball,
like Muck or something.
Muck,
and they're like, well, we want him on our team, so they of course side with Burns. Burns is gonna build this new fucking thing. Yeah. And I love the visual of Lisa at Moe's being depressed about her bees just slugging a glass of milk. Yeah. like a bitter old drunk.
Yeah.
And she's got all her bees in a fucking like water cooler water jug sitting next to her. And then, so she's like, I'm going home, and fucking leaves. And then Mo suddenly has a fucking idea. He's like, I got this batch of Africanized bees because they said like he found an ad in a magazine about ordering sweet African honeys, and this is what they sent. So that's his idea, is he wants to crossbreed the Africanized bees with Lisa's American honeybee and make more aggressive ones, and maybe they won't take no shit.
Yeah.
The Africanized bee is what we think of as the killer bee from the 70s.
Yeah.
So that's
But
what
every 10 to 15 years, there's a killer bee crisis in America. Like, there's a huge swarm of killer bees in Texas.
they kept it up through most of the 70s.
Yeah. Oh, I think they went into the 90s, if not early aughts. But again, I think of the things we have to worry about. Killer bees.
Pretty low.
Pretty low
on the list.
I mean, a bee that can repeatedly sting, pretty gnarly.
The bee panic of the 70s, though, did give us The Swarm with Michael Caine, which is such a fucking huge piece of shit that it bears seeing.
Yeah.
It is so good. The bees are so bad that they derail a train and blow up a nuclear power plant.
Of course they do.
That movie fucking whips ass. I love it. So now we got these Africanized killer bees crossbred with Lisa's bees, and Homer shows them off like, look, I got your beehives. And he takes the lid off one, and they beeline, for excuse the pun, to the new arena, which is built to look like beehives.
Yeah.
Like it's just boxes and then a big dome in the middle.
Yeah.
And the killer bees attack the stadium.
Yeah.
Because Burns, it's a retractable roof basketball stadium.
It's like,
first
and
off.
now for our Skybox fans, the sky.
Yeah. Do you think does anyone play basketball in the NBA with a retractable roof? Because that would be dope.
Yeah. No.
Why not?
Well, you would want the elements.
Yeah, but it's a nice sunny day.
Yeah, you don't want the wind. You want still air when you're shooting hoops, baby. Can't have the wind
You
affect
play football outside, fucking play basketball outside.
It's a different game.
You and I grew up playing basketball outside.
Yeah, I used to hate it because we fucking got that silky jumper. You're trying to fucking have raindrops. The wind's pushing it.
I think you could add a lot of excitement to the NBA by playing it in the elements.
They, I think, did do something outside once. I want to feel like the Steve Nash era Suns did maybe it was a preseason game or something. Now that we're going to have to Google this, maybe not now, but I need to find out. I'm almost sure they did.
I could see them doing like an outdoor game during the All-Star weekend. Like that's held in like Las Vegas where it's nice out anyway.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a little hot, but it's not going to snow. Yeah. And cuz like the NHL does the Winter Classic on the lake and like
what if all of those went off without a hitch so far?
I think so.
Yeah. It'd be interesting if they ever have a game that is like brutally cold, but maybe no, they've done one in Minnesota.
I was gonna say they've done real bad weekend one or bad cold snaps.
I was gonna say Minnesota probably be able to be the only place where it could get dangerously cold.
Yeah, because like even the Canadian teams, like it doesn't.
Oh, Montreal, they probably wouldn't even dare do one in Montreal.
Right.
Probably gets too troublesome cold up there.
But I think they've done Chicago and New York and Minnesota.
Yeah, they wouldn't. I mean, Edmonton is probably nicer than Minnesota on average, but I think even up there, would we risk it if it did?
The NBA should do an outdoor thing.
Yeah. A preseason game, I think maybe they did do once. They might have done one on a boat. Like on like an
That'd be
aircraft
even better.
carrier.
Hell yeah.
But like preseason, like.
Yeah.
I think it might have been right around that time they introduced that new basketball.
Okay.
That all the players immediately were outraged by. But because Steve Nash was like, it's actually, because he's looking at everything pragmatically, it's a better ball. It feels better in your hand. Once you get used to like, fuck you. I worked my ass off to shoot the leather Wilson ball on national TV. It's like, well, I get it.
Yeah.
Dance with the girl you came with,
and fight progress. Way to go, everybody.
Right? If you watch the Olympic basketball, they shoot the new style.
Oh yeah.
Yep, they shoot that. I don't know what it's made of, some composite material.
Yeah, some manner of man-made.
I want an animal to have to die to make my basketball.
So Burns opens the roof and all the bees come flying in.
Chaos.
And chaos ensues. And there's a moment where the fucking bumblebee guy is like, stop, I'm one of you. Yeah. And the bee buzzes at him and the subtitle is like, you're no friend of ours, Uncle Tom. I'm like, holy shit. Bee Uncle Tom is a funny joke that I didn't think we were going to get.
I loved when Lisa, because, Lisa's such a fucking PC hippie, was trying to talk to Muck Muck about or the basketball that it's 7'5" guy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so sorry, this is not your fault. I'm sure you have such respect for nature. And subtitles, I kill whales for fun.
Yep.
Jesus, that would be such an incredibly cruel. Kill a whale and just let it float. Don't even use a part of it.
Just like, yeah, I got him.
Just forget. High five your buddy and let it rot in the ocean. 30,000 pounds of meat.
Oh, God. So the bees take over the stadium, they drive everybody out, and that's their new home. And now it's a bee sanctuary.
I like that the animation of it being this giant beehive. Like,
yeah, like you get like the crust on the outside. Like they show like a quick passage of time shot.
I like those pictures that you see, but I kind of also find it terrifying if it were to happen to anything I own. Like people taking the tarp off their grill, and now their grill is a bee city.
Ugh.
Just those big hanging fucking honeycomb looking things. Oh,
Terrifying.
Burn it all. Burn the apartment complex down.
I know bees are important, but I don't want them in my grill.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
And now it like cuts to a year later, and Burns is like telling the story at the billionaires camp of like, and that's how I got outsmarted by Lisa Simpson, and I had to, and it cost me X amount of millions of dollars. And one of the other billionaires is like, hang on, someone do the math on that, and they do, and they show, oh, well, that means you're only worth $996,038,000 now. And they throw him out of billionaires camp because he's not a billionaire anymore. And they throw him over the fence into millionaires camp, and they're just like bumpkins.
Yeah, just like...
And one of them's like, howdy, I own a minor league hockey team. And then it cuts to credits.
Or I think we get like a whale from like a terrified whale from Skinner. Like,
Oh, God, it's so good. And that's that episode.
Yeah, laughs-wise, this was my favorite of the batch.
Yeah, this is a good episode.
Yeah. Stop millhousing Lisa.
A real good, I like when... because we do this a lot, and the A story and the B story coming together in a very smooth way. I liked it a lot. And it had good basketball jokes and Mr. Burns content. Like, this was pretty up my alley.
This is one of the two we get where there's a reference to Bart's future. I always enjoy
Yeah, those are always good.
Was so, like Marge going to go, well, he'll be out repairing refrigerators. At least it's like, no, Mom.
Yeah, no, you'll always have Bart. Always.
I like how in her head, the best case scenario is he has a part-time gig fixing fridges.
Yeah.
We're up to episode number 9, Lisa the Drama Queen. I have some fun notes here. Some little taken straight from the experts at Wikipedia. This is the last episode to broadcast in standard definition.
Yep.
So if you just hook up a tube TV to an antenna, can you watch TV anymore? How does it work?
I have no idea.
I don't get how HD. I remember it was talked about a bunch. You just like, oh, as of this date, everything's going to be on an HD broadcast, so you're going to have to get a different TV. But
I bet there's an adapter. I bet there's a box you can run it through and get it to work.
Yeah.
But as far as just hook the antenna up, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
maybe
what you would
not.
get over the air.
So this is the last one that was ever broadcast in standard definition. I think this is right around 2009 when this happened. Crazy, it's been that long since HD TV became like the norm. This is also the last episode to include the old opening. This is the last ever to see the old opening, which has been used since season 2. So it makes me want to go back and check, how did season 1 begin?
I don't know. Like, I immediately think of that first episode, which is the Christmas episode.
Cuts right
it
into
doesn't
it?
have it doesn't have an intro. I think episode 2 has some manner of, because we hear the song in episode 2.
Season 2 is where they started the intro. Yeah, we know and love. I wonder if in the early ones it was just The Simpsons and it cut right into the storyline.
Maybe that's it. Yeah, it's been a long time.
It feels like if there was a different intro, we'd remember it.
If only someone had documented it in a podcast
in
that we could
easily
listen to.
digestible podcast form.
I don't know. Is this easily digestible?
We make you work for it. This is a long meal. This is a 7-course meal.
We should put out for our Patreon, we should put out just The Simpsons and just the horseplay.
Just the horse shit.
Yeah, that would be a fun thing to do. That would be a lot of production work on my part, but that would be worth it.
non-secular the horse shit parts would be.
Yeah.
Like, I got a hernia riding a unicycle last summer. Do you like war games? It would sound like the ravings of two deranged people. Like,
boy, I should maybe do that because that would be fun.
They need to get some kind of structure in whatever group home these two live in, because they're just off the rails too much.
And put some manner of like sound effect to signify transitions.
Yeah.
Like, boy, that might be a fun weekend project for me, actually.
Like a Simpsons sound effect, something like a fucking a Barney belch.
Yeah. Or a dough. Like, you could use a bunch of them.
Yeah, there's a few different ones.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Is that... You think people would like that?
I don't know what people like. But I think it'd be interesting.
I think it'd be fun.
Yep.
I think it'd be a
especially
fun
the
listen.
horsing around parts.
Boy, I bet you could watch also in real time how this really started of being mostly about The Simpsons.
Yeah. And where America's barley basket, you could separate the wheat from the chaff.
Oh, look at that. Chaff, but okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You know why I do that? I'm thinking Chafee, that
The
town.
Yep. I thought the same thing.
Oh, and I have one more fun fact before we get into
Oh, shit. You're just full of them.
Yep. This is the first episode to begin immediately after the credits without a commercial break.
Oh, did they used to do a commercial break after the intro?
Yep.
I've never seen it on television.
I
I've
didn't
only seen
realize
it here.
until I thought of it as a kid. The few episodes I saw, it always did.
Huh.
And then it's like introducing, 1-800-CALL-COLLECT. Whatever 90s commercial I would have witnessed. Like
all those fucking collect call commercials in
Mad
the late
Dog,
90s.
Yeah. Or Happy Dog. I remember using the Happy Dog one to call home.
Used to get a lot of those during WCW Nitro.
Yeah.
It'd be like
Get a calling card.
a fucking Mean Gene. I dated a girl in a different town, so I had calling cards because my folks weren't going to pay that long distance bill. So.
Long distance. What a time.
Yeah.
Just you bumbling through your pockets of your giant jeans to get your trucker wallet out. your Godsmack trucker wallet. Just throw it out. Some spent fucking WCW fucking calling cards. Oh, I hope this Norman Smiley card has some minutes left. Click beep 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 boo beep beep boo boo boo. You have 4 minutes.
Oh, that was a long.
Feel the bang.
That was a long fucking ordeal too, because it was like a full 1-800 number, and then like a 10-digit pin from the back of the card, and then her full 10-digit number. Like, you had to want to call somebody. I must have really liked that gal.
Yeah. Should call her again.
I should. Hey,
from a calling card.
I should go buy a calling card for it. Yeah.
Just bombarding some poor gas station employee. What do you mean you don't have Sting calling cards?
Hey, how have the last 20 years been on you?
I'm 19. Fuck. Just storm out of there. You just have no idea what happened.
Oh, fuck.
So after we got the hot facts out of the way, so the episode begins with Bart and Lisa getting dropped off at a rec center, which this is stumbling into, boy, that's something we didn't have in our hometown.
Nope, not at all.
This got me thinking the idea of living in a town that's big enough to have this, and the idea that most 95% of kids grow up in towns that are so big that there could be other kids your age in your hometown that you do not know. Like,
baffling.
It's so crazy. Like, you could go to a class like this and you would see kids your age. You could make a friend that you didn't go to school with, which is, I'm fucking 40 years old to wrap my brain around that concept. There are multiple first grade classes in different buildings throughout
the city.
It's like,
yep.
Nope, you know them all.
Yeah.
If you're 5, you know every other 5-year-old.
You can name every other 5-year-old.
Yep, absolutely, yeah. Like, so wild to me, but like, I'm trying to think. If I think I kind of would have liked to had something like this to, like, oh my God, if they would have had a fucking drawing class for 10-year-olds, oh my God.
Sure.
At the rec center, I would have fucking ate that shit up with a spoon.
I think a lot of this, for me, a lot of this kind of thing got funneled into 4-H. You know what I mean? Like,
fucking 4-H was brushing cows and picking ticks off fucking teats. Like,
but you also like like say at the county, you've gone to county fairs and you see like all these drawing projects, all these welding projects, these leather workings, these fucking crop samples. Like those are all projects you can do in 4-H.
No shit. That art shit's 4-H related too, huh?
Like I did art projects all through 4-H. Like I took an art project to the fair every year. Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. And a leather crafting project and a welding project. Like,
geez, how old were you at the welding projects?
I started at like 10 when you start everything else.
Oh, well, yeah. God, man, why are we going down a 4-H rabbit hole? How old are you? Are you like 4 years old in 4-H? Are you like...
I think you can join 4-H when you're 5 or 6.
Can you?
Yeah.
And then when do you age out of 4-H? They got fucking
18.
Oh, is it really?
Yep.
Oh, the fucking lonely fucking people. 18 years old, fucking plop down in a bunch of straw, showing off a prize fucking hen. Like just watching your friends fucking fingering at the fucking at the food fucking area at the state fair. Fucking Bellamy Brothers play in the background. You're just sitting in wet fucking straw, holding a hen. I don't know if we should be judging the hen or this boy. He is a real specimen.
Sure wish I was out fingering.
The hen lets out a lonesome fucking cockadoodle. Oh. I sure wish I was out fingering.
What a thing to tell an adult chicken judge.
It's girls doing guys and guys doing girls. There's open-minded kids at this rural fair.
It's an extremely progressive county fair that we got
goddamn
here.
sun's out. It's just how they open. No adult is even looking twice.
We should build a fucking rec center so these kids got something else to do.
We need to get these kids fingered indoors. They're gonna get sick. There's a lot of horseflies around here.
Not going out fingering today? No, the sweat bees are real bad this afternoon.
My day was always more of a fall activity. Wait for the first freeze.
You bring in the tomato plants and you start fingering.
Frost on the leaves, fingers up the beeves. That's what we said. And then FDR ruined everything.
Oh, shit. There's the t-shirt. We got there.
So poof, that was a hell of a 4-H rabbit hole. So Bart has signed up for a class. I think it's Kung Fu or something like that. It's taught by comic book guy. And there's like a great thing. It's like, if your parents, you're going to learn all about Kung Fu if your parents signed the waiver. If not, you just paid you have a very expensive pair of pajamas. Yeah. And some sad kids get up
and leave.
Yeah. Their parents didn't sign the waiver. And then I think it's Bart that calls him out.
Yeah, like what do you know about Kung Fu?
Fat tub of goo. It's like, well, if you know anything about Kung Fu, it's not the size of your body, it's how well you've trained. It's like, at my signal, I dare you to challenge me. And he does like the quick little like come hither.
Keanu, bring it.
Yeah. And the fucking children just fucking immediately swarm him.
My favorite joke of this entire comic book guy bit isn't even an out loud joke. It's that his red belt that he's wearing over his gi is like 4 red belts all tied together.
I didn't know
they don't even reference it, but there's like 4 different knots in this belt. So he's had to tie a bunch together.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, fuck.
And so meanwhile, Lisa's taking what would that is that a still life? Is that what that kind of painting?
Yeah, like painting a fruit bowl. I think it's probably labeled as just painting or something, but yeah.
So it's just, and all kids, just heard a bunch of other kids sitting around painting fruit. And one girl paints this crazy, because we already know that the woman teaching this class, not anyone's favorite.
No.
She's painted this fantasy image of like a knight stabbing a dragon in the chest that looks like the teacher with all this shit going on.
Yeah.
And the teacher gets up and takes a lap and sees it and is just like, no. You have to pay what's in front of you. You can't be going, you got to follow the rules, this and that. And Lisa's like, well, I think if I was teaching the class, I think I'd let everyone see this and they'd all enjoy it. Because she's like, I bet if you want to teach this class, what would you do or something like that? Lisa takes charge. So her and the girl named Juliet, I believe, automatically hit it off. And the kids kind of take Lisa's side, and that fucking teacher goes, I don't need to take this. My family owns a gas station. It's such a good joke. And those two, Lisa and Juliet, just get up and leave. And I think she's like, okay, everyone paint me 20 laps. Which is such a good, so it's just them ripping a fresh pages, painting circles.
Yeah.
It's like,
she comes down on the chubby kid because he can't keep up. He's painting slower than everyone.
You talking about shit hitting close to home.
Too real.
Yeah. I'm running as fast as I can.
Yeah, a lot of the 2 years I played junior high football, a lot of waiting on my teammates' part as I fucking huffed and puffed up and down the fucking
Did you guys
field.
have to run the mile in gym class? Is that a thing too? Presidential Fitness Challenge?
Yeah, had to run the mile.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Yeah, everyone had finished their ice cream bars long before I was done.
I guess Marlon doesn't get any. One kid's ate like 7. Got fucking a wrapper in his hair. He looked like an asshole.
Made himself sick. He's throwing up.
I think I maybe discussed this before, but I'm going to brag about it again. I think it was the 8th grade. I took gym class the 2nd semester. We had to run the mile, and I ran it faster than some of the skinny kids because that was middle of basketball season.
Sure.
I was at peak shape, which that peak is it's not a mountain peak. It's not above the grow line.
It's a hilltop.
It's a hilltop. It's a plateau.
A peak is a peak, baby.
By God, I ran it faster than some of the kids. That made me feel good.
That's got to feel good.
Yeah, it did not happen often.
I was always in the bottom 3 athletic kids in my class. Like maybe 5.
Yeah.
3 boys and 2 girls. And so there was 4 other people I was ever in competition with. So it was like, I just don't want to be last today. That's all I want.
Since gym classes were co-ed, since Phi Ed was always co-ed, you never had to worry about being last because there's going to be 4 girls that leisurely walked the entire mile.
Right, because they don't give a fuck.
Just talked about their 19-year-old boyfriends. Jarrett's the best French kisser. Just keep you running because you don't want to be part of that conversation.
Lori, you're 14.
Hands were rough yet gentle. What? What are you talking about? Now I am going to slow down.
I got to hear this.
Dude, dish.
Oh, the frost is out early this year, huh?
That's what Jarrett said. I'm always pregnant. God, there's some fucking girls that were pregnant fucking 22 months out of their high school career. Just more pregnant than not. Having fun.
Not many teen pregnancies where I came from.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they everyone was caught on to how it worked.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah.
There were a couple wild cards in there, but for the most part,
many where that was my parents' generation. That's because they were fucking, dumb. and just beaten down by stupid fucking
didn't
Christian
know any
shit,
better.
Can't have condoms. Well, we're fucking, but no, we can't have condoms.
Why would you want that?
Yeah. Let's get rid of Planned Parenthood. Fucking idiots.
Why not?
Yeah,
they don't need funding. Fuck them. Yeah,
condoms are for the young. Because they have healthy enough dicks. You could ramrod a teen dick into a condom, I won't even notice. My fucking dick recoils from condoms like a bear looking at a bear trap. Back in the den. See you in the spring.
Fuck this shit.
Guess I'm spraying when I piss for the rest of this winter. God damn you condoms.
Christ.
Pissing in the tub all winter.
Well, I thought we were going to have some fun, but that Trojan gave my peen a mighty fright.
Yeah. Oh, you can try all you want. You can try fish hooking out of there, but it's gonna fight. Snapped at me, yeah.
You gotta calm it like a horse.
I told you.
Oh Christ! Whew.
So Lisa's now, I think her and Juliet, they go riding bikes. That's what it is. Which is, that's what you do when you're 8. Make a friend, you go ride bikes.
Sure, if you say so.
Oh, I've read about these friends. So they become friends like that. Yes, there's someone that is into all the nerdy shit that Lisa's into. And they almost immediately start creating this kind of fantasy world. Is that what you would refer to that as?
Yeah, that's what I would call it.
Is it Equalia? Equalia, and they're like the dual queens that are kind of in charge.
Yeah.
And what would have been going on at well, I mean, fantasy shit's always been kind of popular,
sure, but I don't know that this is pointing at something.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know.
This is just them world building.
Yeah, what would 2 little girls who were smart and wanted to write novels sit and come up with? Yeah.
They have a unicorn with 2 horns called Tunicorn.
Tunicorn is very funny. We blew past 2 things. It never occurred to me that Lisa doesn't really have any friends.
Yeah.
We're 20 seasons in, and I don't think that's ever occurred to me.
Yeah.
Like, Lisa doesn't have a Milhouse.
No, good call, though. The twins occasionally, but even they're often the nemesis.
Yeah, we just saw them be shitty in that iPod episode.
Then I think she always has like a light blue or white dress, black girl with like curly, poofy bangs.
Yeah. But
that's so infrequently. And that's just when Lisa needs to have a slumber party in this episode.
Yeah.
Who's going to be there?
Yeah. Yeah. She's never had like her best friend in 20 seasons of this show.
Yeah.
And then we blew by it. There's a fucking joke where she's going to go have a play date with Juliet and they're buying candy at the Quickie Mart. And she's like, what kind of candy should I buy? I don't want to come off too desperate. Like they kind of play it like dating almost.
Yeah.
And fucking Apu's suggestion of like, well, you can't go wrong with an Almond Joy because at first it just looks like you brought something for yourself, but then you open it up, boom, you got 2 pieces. And I thought that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's like the real answer to the question she had.
And Lisa's like it being kind of like dissing Bart too. It's like, finally, some good advice.
Yeah.
And I like Bart's, well, you're screwed if she doesn't like coconut.
It's true.
Because that's a gamble. Bringing an Almond Joy to a children's party. When I think of what a children love snacking on, it's not shredded coconut.
That's true. I've always been a coconut fan, so.
Man.
I'll sit and eat. I'll go to the grocery store and buy a coconut and butcher a coconut and sit and eat coconut alone in my apartment like a totally normal person.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far for myself, but I'll shove fucking Almond Joys down my head all day.
Yeah, good.
I think for me the can't miss candy, but it's tough to share. Few people are like, fuck no, it'll make me sick if you hand them a Snickers.
Oh sure, like
Snickers is but also, don't you want to maybe take a risk and show off your personality a little bit?
Yeah. Like Snickers doesn't say anything about you other than you're boring and pragmatic.
I would probably bring a whatchamacallit because I would question somebody if they don't like a whatchamacallit.
Because the whatchamacallit's got everything in there that everybody likes, but it isn't anyone's first choice.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Smart.
And a whatchamacallit's a solid fucking option.
Yeah, it's fucking good.
Oh, and if I'm going with a shareable candy, this is probably a selfish thing because I would enjoy it much more than Almond Joy. $100,000.
Oh, sure. Yeah. $100,000's better than an Almond Joy. I'll give you that.
What do you get in a $100,000?
It's Crispies and some caramel.
That's a big log of caramel with Crispies on top, dipped in chocolate. God, what a combo.
Yep.
Been a hot minute since your boy had $100,000.
Yeah. I had a score on our road trip this weekend.
Did you really?
I bought
I noticed you felt fancier in the car.
Yeah, that's me. I'm a toffee boy.
Well, got a monocle in?
Yeah, I sat in the car and ate a Score bar in Jamestown, North Dakota, while you punished their toilet in that gas station.
Boy, that punishment was a lot of sound and fury signifying nothing, boy. Depressing. Just some fucking Blues Traveler harmonica licks. I don't know, harmonica can be out of tune, but and then still nothing. Just move from one side of my colon to the other. It's like the door is right there.
In the meantime, I'm sitting in the car by myself eating a score bar with two hands like a raccoon.
Num nums.
Oh, it's in my teethers. Washing it down with pineapple Fanta. I'm 36. What am I doing?
Do I dare go in and get a symphony bar? Fancy boy weekend, party of one.
I've got a Score and a Heath, and I'm trying to taste test them.
Then the other one in my head I put with them, even though it's a little bit different, I think it's just because I think of it as an old woman candy bar, is Fifth Avenue.
Oh, Fifth Avenue's great.
But yeah, I'll fuck Fifth Avenue.
Fifth Avenue's better than a Butterfinger. Fuck a Butterfinger.
That's a hot take I can't go with. But
Yeah,
I don't think it's
a hot boy.
I don't think you're out of pocket. I think that's an acceptable answer. I will respectfully disagree with.
Like, you disagree with me, but not so strongly that you're gonna hit me with a brick.
Like if you're like RC Cola is better than Coke, then
That's how you get pile driven through this coffee table.
I key your card 6 months. I just make a mental check note.
Does that say fuck RC Cola? What a specific keying.
August 6th, 2022. Deliver the payload. Me shitting in your defrost vents. Who likes RC
Which
now?
Challenge in and of itself. That's
Jesus,
a tough
man, I'd be putting it on the glass if I had to shit some defrost. Holy Christ, dislocate my pelvis. It's totally worth it. Having traction for a year.
I'd have to be impressed. Like, boy, he really wanted it. Good for him.
He wouldn't even had to shit. I'm still selling the Jeep. He fucked the dash up, windshield spider webbed. Imagine what I would do to a steering wheel if I tried to get on someone's dash with my butt first. I'm obviously breaking the middle console because I'm putting all my weight onto it with one leg. What are you doing? I talked shit about RC Cola last winter or Coca-Cola. Are you part of the Coca-Cola family? No, I'm just a fan.
I'm just a classic, like Coca-Cola. Oh, fuck. Royal crown my ass.
So, you know what I've noticed is a common thing is family dinners with new people.
Yep.
Which I don't think I've ever once.
We had one earlier this batch.
Yeah. I bet we've had fucking 15 of them in the run of this show.
Yeah.
Did you ever once in your life have a family
Of
dinner
strangers?
with strangers?
No.
Never, ever, never, ever. That's a fucking shit that only happens in TV.
I grew up in a place, though, where there was no such thing as a stranger. You knew everyone within 100 miles of you.
So yeah, we were a little bit bigger with that. You can make friends with somebody that your parents knew existed, but not know them on a personal level. Yeah. But never. We're like, come. It was you would go over there, but they didn't say bring your parents because that's fucking weird. Like, fuck you. My mom's cooking. She think my mom's a bum.
She's got shit going on.
She's been on Thon Hamburger for 8 hours. Think she's just gonna chuck that hamburger because you want to feed us? Fuck you. Apologize to my mom.
I'll shit in your defrost. Don't think I won't.
You think I've ruined a Jeep before?
Becomes your go-to vengeance move.
You know how many fucking vehicles I've totaled? There's just a string of American Family Insurance has to look into it. This isn't coincidence.
Got the board with the red thread.
He's back. Yeah. Across the upper Midwest.
Whew.
They have a name for the terminology, like a Dakota upper decker or something like that. Another DUD. A string of duds. So they invite Juliet's family over. I did like the idea that her dad was a professor, a literary professor, whose specialty was John Grisham novels.
Unbelievable.
Like him trying to always shoehorn it in.
Yeah.
That was, Well,
just like this character from The Firm, and then reads a passage from The Firm.
Yeah. And then that's where we kind of get to see that Juliet's maybe a little bit off or a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
There's also a good moment when they're on their way to this dinner, because this happens at Juliet's family, not at The Simpsons. And they're on the way over there, and Marge is giving Bart the pep talk of like, don't be a little asshole in this fucking rich person's house. Homer goes, use as many big words as possible. I get computer. You can have doorbell. That's so fucking funny.
And Bart uses them twice, or uses them both immediately.
And Bart's excited to get doorbell.
Yeah.
And I like how both of those qualify as big words for Homer. I get computer. You can have doorbell.
And how Homer hits Bart twice in front of them before they enter the home.
Yeah, before they're even inside.
Yeah. I've noticed we get a lot of iPod references in this episode.
Yeah.
We see the iPod a lot. It's like,
it's 2008, you know?
Yeah, no more Discmans. Those have gone. I wonder if we'll ever see an arcade on this show again.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Been a lot of
God, I hope so.
Yeah.
What's going on in Robert Goulet Destroyer?
Yeah, right. I don't want that to be an online only
Or
content.
Escape from Grandma's.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah. So again, she just fucking Juliet gets mad in 86s because they can't agree on a music choice because they both like Josh Groban too.
Yeah.
And they and again, a big part of the plot is them writing the stories together.
Yeah. This fantasy world of theirs.
Yeah. And this kind of leads, eventually gets down the road. I think Lisa starts struggling in school. And eventually Marge just thinks Lisa's spending too much time with Juliet. And Lisa's like, well, what the F? You know, like you told me you wanted me to have a best friend, and I have a best friend. It's like, well, you can have too much of a good thing and this kind of thing. And then like, I think this may be Lisa. She's not happy about it, but she listens and doesn't hang out with Juliet for a while. But then Juliet, one day after school, I think like it's a good sight. Yeah, like hits her with like a pine cone from a tree, and then Lisa's like looks around, and then a fucking lunchbox hits her.
Yep.
Like,
Escalating.
yeah. Fucking a lunchbox would hurt if it has like a thermos in
You
it.
hit somebody with a metal lunchbox.
And then it's like Juliet, like, hey, I ran away from home, and that's the goal. That fucking Lisa has kind of a bit of a cover, and she's like doing like the children's UN or something like that. Like,
the model UN.
Because holy fuck, that Martin fucking God bless Martin. Martin is way up high on my list of like always a knockout whenever he's in an episode.
Yep.
Always good for
Absolutely.
a laugh.
Yeah.
Because it's Martin calling. Because I guess I'm jumping ahead here, but they go into the woods and they find like a Clams Ahoy. Like,
Clam-a-lot.
Clam-a-lot, that's what it is. Like it's an abandoned restaurant.
An abandoned seafood restaurant in the forest.
Yeah. And Juliet's like, we ate here last week. It's really went downhill.
Yeah.
And they go, oh, this will be where we're going to live. This will be like our clubhouse kind of. And I think we get a cut later. They would say, I think the reason this didn't make it is no one wants to go to the woods for clams. And they're fucking happy. They love each other's company. They're fucking talking about fucking writing more stories and this and that and this and that. And then we get, like you cut back to the Simpson household. That's when Martin calls, and he's in a panic because they're moments away from doing some kind of like rebuttal on some UN thing. It's just like this and that. And, Lisa's not here. And that's the truth. As much as you can trust a Swede,
A Belgian.
yeah.
And we're missing Azerbaijan because that's Lisa's country she's representing. And when you could trust me, well, as much as you could trust any Belgian. Fuck, that's funny.
God, Martin. Oh, never has a Martin entered an episode. I'm like, shit, more Martin.
Right.
And those words I've never uttered.
No, never.
So again, Juliet and Lisa are having fun until they realize that same area that they're into is also kind of the hideout for the bullies.
Yeah.
Because like the Simpsons, I don't know how do they figure out again where to go look for them?
Well, they go look for them at the Putt-Putt Castle because they think castle, and they do that swap gag where Lisa's like, "Oh, my family's here," but it's the bullies when they come in.
One has a silly hat on that looks like Marge's
hair. Yeah, one's wearing a crown that looks like Bart's spiky hair.
Yeah,
and then eventually they Like the Simpsons don't find them in Camelot.
Yeah.
Like this ends somewhere else.
Yep.
But yeah, that when those bullies come walking in, they're like, "You stumbled on our hideout where we hide all our stolen peaches."
Yeah, I got a giant hat full of peaches, and where we hide for with our bad haircuts because the one with the swoop hair has the crown
Dolph,
on.
yeah.
So they're eventually like locked into like wooden
Lobster traps.
Lobster traps.
Yep.
That's what it is. Yep. And they leave Kearney in charge. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Kearney.
Yeah, Kearney.
Yep. I don't know what those two are up to.
They go to get cream for the peaches.
That's all. Oh shit!
I love this. Like, they barely address this, but like this is the delinquency they're getting up to is eating peaches and cream.
Like some fancy boys. Yeah. I love the look into the bullies' real lives. You know, like. And so they're in those lobster traps, and they get talking about the story. I like how Curdy's like, I have a wide variety of interests.
Yeah,
it's like, well, we're just about this. Will there be those dinosaur things? And then Lisa's like, well, that'd be a little trite. And then Juliet slaps her. Oh, there'll be like the green ones,
yeah, totally
and
dragons,
the Chinese ones, and the big bald headed ones. The big bald, he's just totally.
They're my favorite. Yeah, he's on board immediately.
He's on board so quick. And then it cuts to like, obviously she's been telling the story for a while though, and he is just enthralled with the story.
Yeah.
I like how quickly the hook is set into him. And then that's when the other bullies show up.
Holding a jar. Dolph is holding a jar full of cream that says "cream for peaches" on the front of
it. And is there any reason? Oh, like. I mean, just being dickheads. They see the manuscript, like
the book they've been,
and they're
writing.
gonna burn it.
Yep.
And then they have matches from the fucking Sir Putt Putt or the
Clamalot.
Yeah. But that about to happen. Kearney will not stand for that because he needs to know how the story ends. And then that's when it morphs into the fantasy. He's the giant bald-headed dragon and shit. Yeah.
And I love that in this like fantasy thing, he saves the book and is beating up the two bullies who are like goblins in this animation style. But then when it cuts back, he's just got his eyes closed and a big dopey smile on his head as those two are kicking the dog shit out of him, like just exchanging fucking punches. Yeah. But in his head, he's a dragon saving the day,
having the time of his life. Yeah, that is good. So they kind of just take that time to get out.
Yeah.
And like it's like I expected there to be some kind of big finale, but no. It's like Lisa's like spending too much time. It's not smart to spend that much. We can't spend this much time and got to get in reality. Well, reality sucks. It's like, well, I just don't think we're meant to. And Juliet kind of, well, I'm not meant to be hanging out with you then. And just rides off. Yep. And like Lisa's like, cuckoo, and then she goes back home.
Yeah.
And that's where we get, them back at the table. We get a 2 month later, and they get a letter back in the mail from like the publishing that they sent them out for. It's like, your book is not meant for us at this time. Whatever. Thank you for your consideration. Which, boy, when I used to write, got a lot of those emails.
A lot of rejection letters.
Yep. A lot of fucking form letters. Not even any personal fucking thoughts into it.
I had a buddy in college who lived in the dorms who wanted to be a comic book writer, and he would send his stories out to all the comic book publishers.
Oh, really?
And he would frame and hang all of his rejection letters.
Oh, really?
So he had dozens of rejection letters up on his dorm room wall from fucking Dark Horse and Image and DC and Marvel.
I wonder if he ever got any more personalized ones where they actually took a little time and read.
I remember seeing a handful of them, and they were all fucking form letters.
Form letters, yeah. I got a couple form or emails that were at least they delved into what they liked and didn't like, which that felt good.
Yeah.
Oh, I only had to wait 9 months. Fuck, some of them are maybe 18 months later.
Fuck.
And what they expect you to do is not double submit.
It's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
How about that?
Fucking writing is the most fucking dog shit world to try to get ahead in.
Yeah.
Like, and don't double. It's like, well, how fucking long do you expect me to live before I can get this published, like. And then I like that Homer now has the writing bug and he wants to write a fantasy novel inspired by his life. He just looks at his family at the table and they all morph. It's like fucking Maggie becomes like a monster truck.
Yep.
Marge is a giant bottle of beer. one of them is like a starfish.
Lisa's a
For
starfish.
some
Yep.
fucking reason. And then Bart does something that's also more relatable to his
I think
life.
it's a hot dog.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. He's just looking, okay, chapter 1. He can't think of fucking anything.
He's just
writing's hard.
I like during that scene, Lisa's bummed out that she got this rejection letter, and Marge's like swoop in to save the day line is, yeah, but you got a letter from all the way in New York City.
Yeah. Which that's a mom thing.
Oh yeah, and a Marge thing. That was a very good Marge line. That was I just think potatoes are neat.
Yeah. Oh,
you know,
my God.
That was just one of those.
Yeah. That's the kind of thing I would have thought was cool as a kid.
Yeah. Ooh,
Look at the return address.
it's from New York City.
Yeah, they have big, tall buildings there. God, there are children that grow up in New York City. It's so crazy.
Yeah, a bunch of them. It turns out.
They see a skyscraper every day.
Yeah.
So fucking wild. But then to them, the idea of being near a cow every day is crazy.
Right. If they came out here and saw a horse in the flesh, they'd lose their mind. Yeah.
Like I told the story before, but they were in their early 20s. We were going to go drive to the Jack Daniels distillery when we lived in Nashville. And the couple that we knew from New Jersey demanded we stop so they could get out in the country, stand against a fence, and just watch cattle graze. So they're just out there all day?
What do you expect? They don't go to jobs.
It's like, well, they just crap everywhere. It's like, yep. It's like, well, but that's their food. Like, they figure it out.
They don't eat what's
they
under
were riveted by everything that went in and came out. Look at them pee. They were just captivated by it.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess if you've literally never seen this before, think they were in their 20s. They had never seen a fucking pasture before. So fucking wild.
I remember being a kid and thinking how fucking ridiculous it is that there's a cow at the zoo in Bismarck, and having to have it explained to me like, yeah, you get that not everyone sees hundreds of these every day, right? Like, oh yeah, I guess.
Yeah, fucking wild. Like, and we've never seen a homeless guy jerk off before.
Right, yeah. Where to them, they don't even blink at that anymore.
There are children that walk by a homeless man pleasuring himself on a sidewalk.
On a daily basis.
I'm not even trying to make a joke. That is just something that'll happen if you grew up in a big city.
And you and I would have the same reactions they did of like, so he just shits wherever, huh?
Yeah. Just like when you're a kid, you see enough cows fuck, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, you're just like, get it, I guess.
Guess that's what you do. I don't understand any of it at this age, but
good news, Dad, the bull works.
Yeah.
Like,
hey, you clapping. Hey.
Just open hand applauding animal husbandry in front of my eyes. Cheering them on. You got it, buddy. And then that episode ends with Bart. Ladies and gentlemen, Fallout Boy, and Fallout Boy plays the end credits.
And they were a big enough band. I'm surprised it wasn't animated.
Yeah, that they didn't do something a little more with this. Yeah, I agree.
It's just them playing over the credits.
Yeah. It is fun though, because like this show is where they get their name. You know, like that's cool.
Yeah, you're right.
That's cool of them to do it.
Is it? Fallout Boy is what does Bart go by when he thinks of him? Is he just Bartman?
Yeah, and he's kind of looks like Batman, kind of.
Yep. Yeah, that's what he goes by. Whenever he imagines himself as a superhero.
Fallout Boy is Milhouse.
Is Radioactive Man's sidekick who in that episode Milhouse gets to play.
Yeah.
Which, God, what an episode. But again, I would like to see the numbers, the percentage of Milhouse-centric episodes that aren't just fucking bangers. Like,
they're all great.
Yeah. God, Milhouse. Milhouse is one of the few things that's gotten better in late era Simpsons. They've really developed that character so well.
Yep. They lean into him in a way that like is outstanding.
Yep. Some characters have kind of went by the wayside. I was just thinking, man, during prime, like seasons 2 through 7 of The Simpsons, we get so much Sea Captain.
Yeah.
We never get to Sea Captain anymore. I mean, it has to be a nautical themed episode for him to pop in.
Yep.
Sea Captain could pop into a steak restaurant. Like, they'd just be dining in those early episodes. Like,
yeah, that you don't see him anymore.
Must just be kind of like the writers, like you start using a character. Oh, that was funny. They're kind of your go-to oddball character.
Yeah,
kinda.
or maybe someone in the writer's room is like a big cheerleader of the sea captain, so any chance they can get to crowbar him in there, they do.
I think even more of a disappearance than Sea Captain, Dr. Nick. Dr. Nick was so commonplace in the first 7-8 seasons.
Yeah.
Now, I bet we've went whole seasons without Dr. Nick appearances.
Well, I mean, canonically, did he die in the movie when the fucking thing lands on him?
Yeah, that's
Goodbye,
true.
everybody.
Yeah. That'd be something if they followed that and killed
If that
somebody
was
off.
canon,
Yeah.
I bet that's not canon.
Yep. I'm sure he pops up again.
On to episode 10, Take My Life, Please. And boy, howdy, does it look weird to see The Simpsons in 16:9. All its high-def glory.
Oh, I never thought of that. Not only would like the look of it change, the
Aspect ratio is...
There's the word I'm looking for. Yep.
16:9, widescreen, baby.
It's the first episode to broadcast in 720 high def.
Which, looking back now, 720 is some pretty fucking bunk-ass high def.
What numbers are we putting out now?
4K now, yeah.
4K.
Yeah.
What was the next jump after 720?
1080.
1080. That's I remember hearing that number a lot back.
Like, my TV's outdated. I have a 1080 TV.
Did it go from 1080 to 4K?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
There might have been something in between there,
Yeah,
but
that
that was the
sounds
next.
right.
That was the next major step. Was to 4K.
And 4K going to be the end of it, or are they going to fucking figure out
No,
a
there's
way?
already 8K televisions out there.
Give me a fucking break.
Yeah, that GoPro sitting next to you can film in 5.3K.
What the hell?
It's never going to end.
They just
Nathan.
they want to see into my pores.
Yes.
To see the lack of the low end fucking soaps I'm using to scrub my face.
What is this? Is this lava?
I'm not using fucking Irish Spring. We were in a truck stop this weekend that had off-brand lava as the soap in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah?
I appreciate
Little
that.
pumice in there?
Yeah, I got some pumice.
I like a pumice.
I get some exfoliation. I need because we have discussed this. Why I buy soap that is fucking a nickel a ton. It's so cheap. The cheap, most sad ass bar soap. Why can't a hotel get a bar of soap that lathers?
That's worth a shit.
It's insane.
Yep.
Soap is so fucking cheap. We invented soap before we invented almost anything else. You can't give us. Why not? Like,
soap is older than agriculture.
Yeah,
How
like,
can't a hotel
I
afford
don't
it?
fucking get it. Like, is there a weird reason? Like, oh, you do it this way so people spend more at the snack machine. Like,
Yeah, is there some dubious reason for it? I don't
almost,
know.
Like, why? Like, I just noticed. I just had like, I fucking rubbed that thing like I was looking for fucking gold in the Black Hills, and I'm a fucking desperate prospector, and just this thin layer of suds. It's
yeah,
like,
it's bullshit. Hotel soap will always be bad.
yeah. Fuck, I'm just bringing my own soap. I almost look like fucking Celine Dion or the Entourage. People carrying my bags, all my pillows and soaps for fucking Little Lord Fauntleroy. I need to put my feet up.
Can somebody grab my soap bag?
I need want that pillow between my knees. That's one thing I always do in a hotel when there's a plethora of pillows. Put that shit between my knees like I'm an old pregnant bitch. My old hips are splayed out.
I know people that do that. I can't. I'm not a fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't like it. And I'm a side sleeper, but I'm not.
For me, you got to get the angle. I don't need to be fucking, presenting. I just need to fucking, there's a right amount or a gap. Daddy likes a little gap. I can't be knocking knees in my sleep.
No, not me. I'll knock knees all day.
See, normally what I do to combat that, I think, I sleep like Sagat and Street Fighter doing that uppercut.
Oh,
I got
okay.
one knee way up, fucking triumph, and the other leg straight down, like. And I kind of have one arm like this, now that I think about it, and the other one kind of right by my butt.
Just a tiger uppercut.
I do need to kind of spoon a pillow, otherwise my up top arm doesn't know where to go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I have a big torso, so it's like hanging off the edge of a fucking hill. It doesn't rest comfortably on the mattress.
Ugh.
Too much gut and tit in the way.
This new intro is super
There
cool.
are healthy people screaming. It's not that hard to sleep.
What is wrong with
Just
you?
go to bed. Just go to bed.
But they don't know your struggles.
Yeah, they
Nathan.
do not.
They don't know your story.
They have never lived in these misshapen feet.
Yeah, they've never had to strike Street Fighter poses and have a face-hugging robot
to try to get
sleep.
3 to 4 hours of maximum sleep.
Yeah. The new intro's rad. I like it. I like it pretty immediately. I like how this show looks in high def. It just looks like the movie, so we've kind of seen it before, but I do like the new look of the show.
Yep.
And I like it from the get-go. But one thing I did notice, and I want you to watch carefully the next episode you watch, how many frames of animation they're skipping now. Like they very clearly figured out a cheaper way to do all this. Because like the spot I noticed it most during the intro is when Maggie gets thrown in the grocery bag and then into the cart. In the old intro, you can watch Marge. Like there's so many frames of animation that Marge has emotions during that because you see her look worried
and then gets relieved
and then sees Maggie and is then relieved. Watch it in the new intro. It is just 3 stuttery frames of her just turning her head.
Really?
And there's no emotion. They didn't
Interesting.
So like I think the show looks better, but they're also clipping some corners here.
Interesting. And I will someday be bored enough to do a deep dive of hitting pause and looking at all the little fucking prizes for the people that want to check. Because there's a lot of little Easter eggs hidden in that intro.
In that new intro, there's a lot of little shit. And they've added a new gag, like the billboard gag now outside of the school.
Because maybe this one or an upcoming one, it's Lost Boy, No Reward.
And it's
a picture of Millhouse.
Yeah, that's the next episode. I noticed it. But yeah, there's a lot of fun little Easter eggs in the intro now. One of my favorites is during the grocery store checkout scene. The products that are on the conveyor belt are tobacco juice and the Japanese cleaner with Homer's face on it and something else that I'm forgetting.
I wonder if that'll change.
Oh, yeah, I wonder if that'll be different.
That'd be some pretty difficult animation to change every week.
Yeah, and I think you'd run out pretty quickly.
Somehow, I would think that's probably there to stay. I am kind of sad that the original, we've had a long run with that original title. I wonder why was it just because of the high def swamp and they had to change everything out?
Well, I mean, even in the last episode, the disparity between what the show looks like and what the intro looks like was pretty fucking wide.
Oh my God, yeah. Totally.
Like you had to update it at some point. You have to update things.
Yeah. That'd be, if they would have kept with that, that'd have been something.
That'd have been weird.
Yeah. Imagine what the show looks like now compared to that,
Yeah. I bet from now, I bet from this episode to what airs tomorrow is pretty different.
Yeah.
So, I like the new couch gag of them chasing it. They chase the fucking couch gag. They do the bullet chase scene through San Francisco. That was fun. We start out also at the way end of the intro. It's a plasma TV now. Like it's a widescreen TV. Yep, that has, created by Matt Groening and all that. Like it's all on a widescreen flat TV now.
That's wild. They had to finally do it.
Yep. The times they are a-changing, Nathan. And I'm curious, I don't think we've seen, because this new animation is only this episode and the next one this week. We haven't seen The Simpsons watching television. I wonder if they got rid of the tube TV in the episodes.
Man, the TV used to be such a big part of the show.
Yep. Used to be a big way to start an episode. They see something on TV and then go to that thing,
Or even sometimes just because it's a funny gag. Have a funny ad, or like a commercial for an upcoming show that's aping something else that's kind of popular at the time.
We start the episode at the Springfield Wall of Fame, and there's a lot of good little nuggets in here.
Yep.
Fucking Poochie is on the Springfield Wall of Fame.
I don't think you notice it until the end when they're back in front of that wall. I think he was only in one episode. Their Don King knockoff.
Yep.
He's on there.
Luscious something or another. Yep. He's on there. Ploppers, the pig from the movie, is on there.
Yeah.
Bleeding Gums Murphy.
The morning zoo radio duo.
I like that they have one. Yep, Bill and Marty.
Which in a small enough city, if you had a long running morning show,
Totally.
you would certainly be
on there. Yep. We're at the Springfield Wall of Fame because Vance Connor is getting a plaque on the Wall of Fame. Vance was the class president of Homer's class back when they were in high school. We get a flashback to Homer also running for class president and losing to Vance.
So did you guys even bother doing class presidents?
We did, and no one did anything. Like, it wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
It didn't come with any responsibilities, for sure.
I think with ours, it was usually like just one of the girls would get it, or my buddy Casper would, because he was like one of the smart kids. It was kind of the things for like, but it wasn't a popularity contest really at all.
Sure.
Like, it was just like, who wants to do this?
Right.
You do? Okay, sure. Well, I don't care. What is it? It wasn't like no one fought for it. I was also so out of the realm of kids that had overachieving goals that maybe it was a hotly contested thing with the kids that had plans.
But it didn't. That excitement didn't filter down to you and the rest of the kids.
Right. Just fucking carving our names into the back. I remember it was one of those weird times we go to the auditorium. We had a weird auditorium building that was connected to our school.
Jeez,
right?
Look at this fucking guy.
And I remember that was a time we'd be in there. It's just like, whatever, okay, sure, let's just do this. But actually, we wouldn't rush it. Why would we rush to go back to class? You know? Like, just fucking let the good times
Learning.
roll. Yeah, boo.
All I'm going to do this afternoon is set bus seats on fire.
Do you think is that maybe for overachieving kids is being a class, whatever, treasurer, secretary, vice president? Is that something that looks good on a transcript when you're applying for colleges, or
I bet that somewhere along the line, some fucking guidance counselor told them that would matter, and it doesn't. You know,
I bet it's one of those things that, like, just like with all those clubs, endless clubs.
Knowing a second language. You know what you need to get into college? A fucking check that clears.
Yeah,
that's all you need. So, I feel like, class presidents being important is a thing that is a bill of goods that got sold to kids by guidance counselors.
Or it's probably important, but it's 1/10 of 1% of what they look at, because they get 10,000 applicants for scholarships.
Yeah.
It's like, it just checks one of a million boxes you need to check.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Yeah, it doesn't seem important.
Yeah. I just think they were fucking there to fucking plead with us to help clean up after prom or something. Like, guys,
come on.
I do, now that I think about what the racket was. If you were when you were a junior, you were expected to volunteer and help with the concession stands for the basketball games and perhaps the other sports too, but basketball was the big money maker.
Okay.
Because the money that was raised went to your senior prom.
Okay.
I remember, and I think, some of the kids are like, fucking suck my bag, I ain't gonna do shit. Fucking sniffing glue after school. And I do remember fucking getting roped into a couple of, okay, I'll do it. Yeah, do it with a buddy, fucking fuck around, like.
All our concessions were club-based. The FFA did the candy, and the FCCLA did the pizza.
I just pictured like a little cowboy selling sarsaparilla. That's all we got. Room temp. Yeehaw.
Y'all want a cowtail?
Yeah. A literal cowtail.
I hope cowtail candies are elsewhere, and that wasn't just a joke for you and I.
Yeah.
And then our classes, each class all through high school, you had some manner of fundraiser. Like the seniors sold candy, the juniors sold such and such on down the line, and that all went into your kitty for your senior trip.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, is how that was handled.
That was not a thing we did. So where did you guys go for your senior trip?
Please
tell me, Dickinson. We took a bus and did a lap around the Kmart. Inside the Kmart, we got 45 minutes. We all got to pick out a trinket, $7 or less, and we went back home.
I don't know where they went, because our senior, or like your class advisor, there's a teacher assigned to every class that's the class advisor, and our class advisor hated the FFA kids, so she scheduled it during state FFA livestock judging, so none of us could go. Yeah, so but I think they went skiing. I think they went to Deadwood or something.
Were you a little chapped about that?
No.
Some of the kids, though, probably? That seems
a couple of them might have been, yeah.
Yeah, it seems like
especially since we worked all through since freshman year to raise money for the fucking thing.
Especially when you're a class that small. How big was your class?
16.
16?
Yeah.
Big or small for your school? Average?
The biggest by twice.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck. So, like, do you remember what the class after you was?
8.
Really?
Yeah. No, 6. The class before us was 8.
Jesus, 6 is a small class.
Yeah. And the last one. And then they closed the high school.
Oh, no shit, really?
But yeah, we didn't get to go on our senior trip.
Did it cross your mind to skip cattle judging to go skiing?
Fuck no. No, we'd all been doing that since we were 10. That's the thing that we did.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, like, I guess it's kind of competitive. It's
Yeah.
like a competition,
Yeah.
so you get those juices flowing.
That, like,
you can't just vacate the throne, baby.
Right, like the equivalent would be to ask the high school football team to not go to the
districts
state
or whatever. Yeah.
So, yeah, we were never gonna skip it.
Huh.
But none of us were sour because like we all saw it coming. We're like, fuck this bitch. She doesn't like us.
That's awesome that a school that small had like divisions like that. Like,
oh yeah,
these boys in their purple corduroy think they're better than us.
And we were better than her. She to this day is a huge piece of shit. So fuck her forever.
Was it mostly boys doing the cattle judge, or was it a mix?
There were a couple of girls, but like 2-to-1 guys.
Yeah, there was a run in our FFA where it was almost completely women or girls.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, boy, FFA talk. We got some 4-H and FFA talk.
All in one episode.
Happy
yeah.
to pig and shit.
Boy,
would you judge senior year? The blue grand prize for fecal porcine judging. Mullen Wells.
And while those kids were skiing in Deadwood, we fucking barely lost state. We took second place by like 4 points.
Oh, shit.
Which is like missing by a it's like getting beat by a buzzer beater.
Yeah, fuck, really.
So,
and how did it work? You judged one day, and then
how far down this hole do you want to go?
God damn it, we're hand in hand. We're gonna drive off this cliff.
Let's plumb our holes.
But there's some social. Is there a dance? I think
no.
Or is it not that there was like some of the girls were getting fingered and stuff? Like there was like girls.
I mean, you can do that anywhere as long as there's frost on the leaves.
Oh, that's
from
true.
what I hear.
Like I remember them getting to be some fucking shenanigans. I thought there was like maybe a dance or something.
Nah, you would get up to like school hotel overnight stay shenanigans, but
okay, that makes sense. Okay,
yeah.
And then the next day there's like an award ceremony.
Yeah,
really.
Like, don't get it twisted. There was for sure fingering getting done on those FFA trips, but
whether with a partner or alone. Fish hooked myself in the bathroom
again.
Fist clenched up like a raccoon grabbing something shiny. Can't let go. I don't know who you got to call. Definitely not my folks. He is surprisingly calm about this. I just Redfern grows myself. Come on, release. Holy shit. Overhearing that in a stall. Come on. Mind over matter. You can do it. Whew. The noise it would make when that hand finally gave.
Boy, howdy. Yeah. Going to the rodeo tonight? Yeah, okay. All right. Let's go to the rodeo.
Just comes out looking flushed with a big shit-eating grin.
And watch the bulldogging.
Speaking of bulldogging, don't go in that stall.
So we get a flashback to Homer losing to Vance for the class president role. This keeps flashing back in a way that I was like, is this a fucking flashback episode? I swear to God. And it sort of is, but not in how you would expect. We get Lenny and Carl and Homer sitting around at Moe's, and Homer being bummed about, fucking Vance beating him for class president 25 years ago, because that's a thing to be heavy on your head. And Lenny and Carl are like, we should probably tell him after all this time. And you flash back again, the principal giving them the locked ballot box and paying them to like go bury it out in the fucking
Principal
woods.
Dondelinger?
Dondelinger or something like that. And we get a brief shot in Moe's of Al Gore telling Homer to like, you leave it alone. Like the ballots fell how they fell. Which is a weird...
I lost a suspicious election. Everything's been fine.
Yeah. As he's like caressing his Nobel Peace Prize. Turns out Homer had won that election, and he thinks that his life would have been significantly better if he had been class president in the 70s. I like that we're back now to like the timeline of where the flashbacks land is all over the place.
I did the math in my head too. It should be the late 80s.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like it's something different every time, and I don't care. You know, like it was the 90s, not horribly long ago. Like last season, they did a flashback to the 90s.
Right.
Like,
because if he's 38, he's roughly born to like 71, 72. So late 80s should have been this prom. Yeah.
But
who cares?
Whatever.
I don't give a shit. Yep.
That's a thing for hardcore Simpson nerds to get mad at, not us.
You know who we do get an appearance in this episode from in one of these flashbacks?
I think I know. It's not yet.
Oh, is it not really? I'm gonna leave it then. Let's let the fuck it. Let's let it
jump
build.
in if we're thinking of something different.
Okay, I will. I think we're on the same page here.
It's in all that note is in all caps on my phone.
You are right. It's ahead. It's ahead. Yep.
So Homer like thinks that his life would have been like so much better and so much significantly different had he won that class election. And then we get he goes and confronts the old principal at the country club.
With his weird legs.
With his weird skinny legs, because he's kind of a beefcake upper body. And he tells him the truth, which is that when Homer was running, he overheard the jocks saying, let's get everyone to vote for Homer as a joke, and then we'll make fun of him for it for the next 4 years. So the principal threw out the ballots and lied about the result in order to save Homer's feelings.
Yeah.
So
that's a swerve I didn't see this taking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And didn't see where it continues to swerve from here, because next we're at Luigi's.
Yeah.
And Homer's all sour about it. And Luigi comes out, and basically his chef is a fucking fortune teller, but his crystal ball is this giant cauldron full of marinara sauce. And when he stirs it, he can like see the future or past the alternate futures.
Yeah. It's the science of it probably doesn't hold up.
We go off the rails at this point, which is in a way that I enjoyed. I like this episode. And we see, so we stare into the sauce, and the sauce stares back, and we see that Homer actually, if he had won, would have been super popular.
Yeah.
Like the jocks wouldn't have won, and he would have taken to Debbie to the prom instead of Marge.
It was like a cheerleader.
Yeah,
type,
Debbie, the popular cheerleader girl, and Lisa keeps trying to butt in and be like, "See, his life would have been worse," but then it just keeps getting better as the vision goes. Yeah. And we get a shot of the prom, and in all caps right here, it says "The Larry Davis Experience," which is the band at the prom.
Happy. So happy to see them back.
Man, it has been a minute.
Yep. I think we had one about 3 seasons ago, and then before that it was like 8 seasons prior. Yeah.
We have not heard from the Larry Davis Experience in a long time.
We've had 2 appearances since Bill Clinton was president, probably the last decade or so. Like.
And then we get this vision of Marge at the prom with Artie Ziff. He doesn't speak. I was bummed that he doesn't speak.
That was interesting. That it was just him he was dumping a traveler into the punch bowl.
Spiking the punch. Yeah. John Lovitz must not have been available to
so
voice
busy.
Artie Ziff. Artie Ziff, by the way, also a face on the wall earlier in the episode.
Right. Oh, yeah, because he is like rich.
Yeah.
Some famous businessman.
So Marge is at the prom with Artie, and Homer is there with Debbie. But then Homer swoops in and swipes Marge away from Artie, and they hit it off right away. And Patty and Selma like him.
Yeah, they think he's like a dreamboat.
Yeah, like everything about his life keeps getting better, and then, or would have been better. You know what I mean? In this alternate history, and then. As he's walking home, Mr. Burns pulls up and Lisa butts in again, like, see, he would have got the same job anyway. And the chef has to be like, would you tell her to shut up? Like, she keeps interrupting. But Burns pulls up and is like, oh, you're handsome, you're with that gal? Like, and gives him a way better position at the nuclear power plant. And then we see that, like, we see Homer driving a fucking convertible, and he's got hair still, and he pulls up to the house and knocks on the door just to say hi to Abe, who's he's still got to live there because he didn't have to give the house to Homer like he actually did.
He has like casual, like athletic wear on it like that too. Just has like a track suit.
And then they don't address this, but Homer's mansion is right next door to what we think of as the Simpson house, which means Flanders isn't there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, they don't address
so
that.
his life is getting better. Yeah.
And then he goes into the house, and they have no kids, Homer and Marge, in this alternate reality.
They use protection.
Yeah. And Lisa again tries to be like, see, life would have been worse because you wouldn't have had kids. And Homer is just like, yeah, would have been way worse.
Terrible.
Yeah. And then we get super depressed Homer sitting in a fucking kiddie pool with his facial hair grown out.
Bart makes a reference to something that might happen to him. He's starting to something.
He's algifying or whatever, and holds up his arm and it's full of green slime. And then Marge is like, please, Homer, won't you come inside? And then it smash cuts to him laying in the same kiddie pool, except now it's in the living room. Because he knows that his whole life would have been better had he won that class. And I love that twist. Like, Homer's right in this episode. Like, it starts off with like, oh, how dumb you think class presidency would have made your life significantly different. But he's right. It would have. And then the family kind of gets around him and they're like, hey, come with us. You know, and they take him to the Wall of Fame where they have put up a Homer plaque clearly over the top of someone else's Homer plaque, but they don't address it really. He's like, well, there used to be a different plaque here? And Bart goes, plaques come, plaques go, and they walk off.
Well, whose is in the garbage?
Skinner's,
okay.
Because they removed Skinner's and left it in the garbage. And that's the end of that episode.
A really good gag that I like after, I think the last, like you said, Lisa keeps trying to explain, oh, no, things would have been either worse or equal, if nothing else. And like, you wouldn't have had any kids. And then like, Homer's trying to keep like a polite, like, oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. We wouldn't have, and he just goes, I want to live in the sauce. And he jumps. Somehow he gets his whole body. All it is the back of his head sticking out of this big bowl of fucking big cauldron of marinara. And the old man grabs him by the nape of the neck. You fool! Don't you think if you could live in the sauce, I wouldn't already?
I would
there?
live in the sauce. Yeah, and then thwacks him with a spoon.
I want to live in the sauce. And he just dives in.
I like that episode. Yeah. Like as far as flashback episodes go, as soon as we started flashing back, I was like, oh no, like not another one of these.
Troublesome.
But this is a good one of those. I like all the alternate history shit, you know. Pretty into it.
Yeah, I put it a little bit less than the second one still.
Oh yeah, I think the Burns one is still the hot spot, but yeah, it was good.
We are up to our final episode 11, how the test was won. We get it. Man, I wonder if we are now, a precedent has been set where there's a fresh couch gag every fucking week.
We're getting a bunch of them.
That's crazy.
We've had one every time this season.
Which I think has never been done before.
No, I think we're usually tapped out by now.
Mm-hmm. And I did like this gig where they kind of start going from sitcom to sitcom.
Yep.
The only one I wasn't sure of, I think we get the Honeymooners right away.
Yep.
And then I think we maybe get the Dick Van Dyke Show.
Okay, that's the one I wasn't sure of. Yep. The one where he comes in and trips over the ottoman. Yep.
I know Dick Van Dyke was known as a pratfall master.
Slapstick guy.
Yep. And then we get Brady Bunch.
Yep.
And then into Cheers.
Yep.
Boy, There are a few things that give me good nostalgia, like warm tinglies, like the Cheers music.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. I could stand to sit and watch all of that show. Yep. Like I bet I've seen 24 episodes, but never just sat and watched them.
I think it was maybe right when I got Hulu, they had Cheers, and I watched like 2 or 3 seasons of it, and then I just not that I dislike it, it's still really good, but just like fucking found something else to watch. But
I like the Cheers gag bit here where they're like Homer is Norm, clearly sitting in Norm's chair, and then fucking Sideshow Bob comes in. Yep. I think that's funny because that's Kelsey Grammer.
Yep,
it's a good joke.
Man, that's weird to think that there's a whole generation of people that only know him because they got into Simpsons later in life,
right?
Or, like way after it ever aired. Like. He had a show named after, like not only was he a big star on a sitcom, they spun him off and he had a sitcom that lasted 11 fucking seasons or 12 fucking seasons or whatever it was.
You think Frasier is good? You think if you sat down and watched Frasier today, you'd enjoy it?
I have asked people that we mutually know and they have said yes.
Really?
Which, I mean, if you add them all up, I've seen 30 episodes of that show, which 2.5 seasons, it's a decent scoop.
I've seen maybe half that.
Yeah. And while I enjoy it, are you ever laughing hard at an episode of Frasier?
Or is it a lot of just smirks?
Fun, yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. I don't know. One thing, they're not relatable characters really, but like, I don't know. They're good actors. They're good comedic actors. Maybe they could pull it off. But.
It's amazing it was on the air that long.
Yeah.
Like this show about psychologists and like upper echelon people in Seattle.
Yeah. Wild, right? Yeah. Like looking back. And I wonder too if it was kind of like never was it a ratings beast, but it was almost kind of like a show like fucking, oh man, King of the Hill, where it was just solidly successful. That's like, okay, you can rely on this to draw. Always take number 2 out of the 4 networks.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe there was some other monster on at the same time. Yeah, we're not going to overcome that. But hey, as long as we can take second, keep on keeping on. I know it was a fucking awards show. Every comedic Emmy went to that show.
Yeah, for the most of those seasons.
Yeah, that seems suspect. Really? There's a lot of funny shit that's come out in that decade. Nothing else was ever better ever.
One way to find out. Let's watch all of Frasier.
There we go. Dive into the Frasier.
Purple Frasier.
Yeah. So a new school year has started, and I like that Marge and Homer celebrate it.
Fuck it's a new year. I love that. Yeah. You're the government's problem now.
I bet there is some relief when the kids are back into
when
school.
Your kids go back to school, I bet you have a little party.
Yeah. Man, it's hard to remember being that age where it was summertime. It's like, oh shit, it's August. Oh man, I see some fresh school supplies. That means it's happening. And we would always have to walk to the door of the grade school. That's where they would print and tape up the list of whose homeroom you were in. So you don't have that. There was just one room where kids 4 through 20 sat in darkness. The tribal elder bellowed commands. More bone marrow. And you would go attack some fucking tourists.
Oh, it's funny how close you are. Yeah, I remember as a kid always being like, thank fucking Christ school starts again soon.
I just always remember because my school was big enough. In each grade, there was enough for 3 classes. So just knowing which of those 3 classes you'll be in, like if your buddies will be there or not. Because that was always my fear.
Baffling.
Like, what if I'm in a class where it's not none? Because when you're grade school age, you're just in that class. There's no room. There's no bebopping around in other classrooms. You're just trapped in there. Besides running out to gym. And music. We had a little music room even. Just fucking playing a goddamn recorder until she finally couldn't take it anymore. Watch her take an axe to a mountain of recorders. Never again.
If I hear hot cross buns one more time.
So yeah, that's what it was for us, is looking, doing that walk. Because there was the nice teachers and the not so nice teachers. So it was always, I lucked out. I always had the nice teachers.
Like we've talked about before, I didn't even go to a school really where you got to pick your classes.
Yep.
So
there weren't any class picking until high school. Maybe it was in junior high, but it was very limited. You know, I'm trying to even think what it would be. The first thing you can do, I remember the first choice I think ever given was, are you going to be in band?
Sure. Yeah, we had that too.
You're either a band kid or you just sit and stare at each other for half an hour while the band kids go do their shit. That's, yeah. I remember making that band, not to be in band, just looking around like, this is not the future leaders of America. Were you a band boy?
In elementary school, I was. I played trumpet.
When did you start? What age was it offered?
I don't know, probably third grade.
That young, really?
I think by third grade, you could be in the band if you wanted to. And then I fell off it somewhere. Junior high, maybe?
You ever thought of picking it up again?
No.
Not a bit, huh? I thought maybe that's something that would...
Like, I don't know.
Never hear boss tones and think, that could be me.
That could have been me. Like, that's a tough instrument to, like, play recreationally as an adult because, boy, I bet my neighbors would hate me.
Right?
You can't quietly practice your trumpet.
To drive around the countryside and just pull off on a fucking prairie trail and play the trumpet by a fucking shelter belt. What would the locals think?
Drive out to Christine and park in somebody's tree rows and just honking on the horn. It got to the point by the time I graduated, the school band was so skeleton crew that my mom played in the high school band.
Shit,
Yeah, because
really?
she played. Like, it was her trumpet that I played. Like, that's why I played trumpet, because she had one.
But that's crossed my mind because our high school shrunk significantly. We were a big enough school. We had, there's kids playing oddball shit. My buddy played a bassoon. There's a couple oboes and a couple Frenchies.
Yeah. It would be like people asking, the band leader calling my mom, being like, are you going to be at the basketball game tonight? We sure could use you.
No shit,
Oh, yeah.
really? I was just picturing like 6 of you being all like one-man bands, like cymbals between your knees, hitting a drum and playing a harmonica.
Drum. Got a harmonica harness around your neck. Yeah.
One stick with a ball at the end so you can play a xylophone with your head.
Or those wind chime things. Harmonica is the one instrument I would like to play. Yeah. It's the one instrument I told myself I was going to teach myself how to learn during COVID.
How'd that go?
And I didn't.
Did play it all?
I could play the Jurassic Park theme song, and that's as far as I went. I still got it, and I still intend to learn how to play the fucking thing.
Well, there you go.
Because I'm intrigued at a musical instrument that you can put in your pocket. That's the one take it anywhere instrument is the harmonica.
There you go. I believe in you.
Thank you.
The next plague is yours.
Yep.
Everyone needs a practice plague. You got your practice plague out. You know how to keep yourself goal orientated.
Yep. Next pandemic, I'll get deep into the harmonica, and then I'm going to start bringing it on comedy trips. Really John Poppering it up in your car.
Pop it up. That's how we'll call upon you. Pop it up. You put on your fucking hat and you pull out your vest with like 17 harmonicas in it. This seems like a fucking B sharp 19.
Ooh, B sharp. Here we go. Yeah. Feeling saucy.
No one has ever gotten laid while wearing a fucking vest meant to hold harmonicas.
John Popper has for sure gotten laid while wearing that.
That's true. I should have put an asterisk by it, but you're right. He is fucking, yeah.
Shit.
My bad. I should have specified.
Maybe I'll make it part of my act. Maybe I'll be a musical comedian, but with a harmonica.
Oh, fuck. There we go.
Dude, put the harness around the neck thing and just like tell jokes and then like give a flourish on it to indicate punchline.
Never address it.
And she said all the way to the elbow.
No one laughing. And everyone is like startled by the harmonica, like they somehow don't get used to it. Like, oh. Looking around, like
doing like the train whistle.
Yeah.
That might be the way I go.
That'll get you that sitcom.
I think I might have just found my getter done.
Yeah. Harmonica. What a thing to call out and with excitement. No No one's jazzed. Like, people will happily put up with a harmonica, but no one's psyched for it.
Right.
Oh, fuck, do you think that guy in fucking, the Eagles will do a harmonica solo? I heard he did when he was in fucking, when they were in fucking Santa Barbara. Oh, man.
You think he knows Piano Man?
Yeah. So the Simpson kids got to go to school. Jesus, that was a hell of a fucking roundabout.
Why'd I got to give you the runaround? It's the best Blues Traveler joke anyone's going to get today. I promise it.
Find another podcast released today that has a better Blues Traveler joke. So Skinner and Chalmers are making it very clear how important standardized tests are, because that's how they get their funding, and they really stress it, and then that's just kind of planted in the kids' heads. So the next day, Lisa's very angsty over the idea of this, and she's like, well, and Bart is just laughing it off, and they're getting a ride to school, and Lisa's just like angry that Bart is so flippant about not giving a shit. And she's like, Dad, Bart doesn't care about his standardized test scores. And fucking Homer goes, oh no, now we'll sell oranges on the off. And him and Bart laugh together on it.
And high five.
Yeah, fucking A. That's at least repairing refrigerators is straight. If you're selling fucking oranges on an off, first off, no one's, very rarely, unless it's rush hour, are people stopped on an off ramp.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, selling oranges in the sun. The hell of a way to fucking scrape together a couple fucking quarters. Jesus Christ. And yeah, them laughing and agreeing and fucking high-fiving. So goddamn good. Again, I love it when that we get a glimpse into Bart's sad future.
I like that he's 10 and we've all accepted he's going to be an abject failure. Including himself.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's accepted that the die is cast. That's already over. One thing I don't get, I mean, I was just wired this way, especially when I was Lisa's age. When I was Lisa's age, everything school was easy. So just like, take a standardized test, do it in 5 minutes, get a good grade, and go fucking fuck around or read a book or play.
Yep.
But even later when I stopped giving a shit in school, I either get a good grade or I get a bad grade. Either way, I have fucking 35 minutes where I don't have to listen to a teacher talk. I was like that in college too. Always the first one done. I either have 100% or a 10%. Holy. If I could see a collection of my worst test scores, there were some abominable ones. Like just almost like, just at random, you would have done better than this.
Statistically, you can't do as poorly as you did.
I took a few tests where I had no clue what the subject matter was because my attendance was so shoddy.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's dumb. I was paying for that.
Paid for those.
Yeah. Still paying for those. Holy guacamole. Stay in school, kids, or don't. Don't stay in school. If you don't want to be there, leave immediately.
Yeah.
Never sign up.
Either stay there or don't start.
Yep, that is the answer to that. Jesus, is it ever? So Lisa's going into it being very nervous. She takes it. They do, I think, what's called like a preliminary exam.
Like a practice test.
Yep. Practice test. And Lisa and Bart are walking up, and it's kind of Lisa's nervous. Bart's like laughing, like, I don't care, whatever. And he's bragging because he spelt out something.
Snort my snot. Slurp my snot.
Yeah, on the goddamn fucking Scantron, I think is what they're called.
Yeah.
And they are met on the sidewalk outside of the school by Chalmers and Skinner. And it's like, Bart, we have something to tell you. You got 100%. Like, what? It's like, yep. You were with the, I can't remember how they describe them.
Like the winners or the exceptional kids or something like that.
And Lisa's like, well, how did I do? You got a 96. It's like, well, what did I get? You got a handful. Handful, that's more than a few. And finally, Skinner or Charles like, just stop. Like, I'm done talking to you. Like, you're a lot. You're a lot to deal with, Lisa.
Lisa's a lot.
Yeah. They're just fucking piling the praise on to Bart. And am I wrong? Right away, I think he thinks he did good.
Yeah.
Right away, he did.
And he learns that he's exempt from taking the test now, so he's extra hype.
And where are they they're going to take a helicopter ride somewhere.
To a pizza party.
They fucking load into a It's him, the bullies, and Ralphie.
And Nelson, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my. Yeah, I kind of piled Nelson with.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But you're right though. I try to think. I think they're waiting out in front. And Bart gets a feeling then, but the rest of them, the bullies especially,
they're
think
so
they're
bought
fucking
in,
idiots.
yeah.
They think, oh man, pizza's awesome.
And we're great. We're special kids.
They get onto the helicopter. It's hit it, Willie. Willie's got a tractor with a rope tied to it, and it pulls the fucking helicopter tarp off. It's just a bus with Otto in it.
Yeah.
And they're fucking sitting in there, and then fucking Chalmers fucking gets Skinner to get on there. Kind of like how fucking cruel Chalmers is.
Yeah.
We got to cut the dead weight. Say, Skinner, check with one of the boys.
I think I left my sunglasses.
That's what it is. Yeah.
On the bus.
And then he gets in, the door shuts. He's like a sad dog pressed up against, and Chalmers just emotionlessly stares at him
And puts his sunglasses on. Like, that was a nice touch.
That was a very nice touch, yeah. And they take off, and that's... Well, yeah, then they're on the bus. The fucking bullies still think they're going to have this fun day in Capital City because they're geniuses.
Yeah.
And fucking Ralphie, God bless her, just sitting there just having the time of it. There's no idea what's going on.
He's so excited to be on a helicopter.
Yeah. I think he thinks he's on a helicopter after the tarp's off.
Yeah, well, he does. Yeah, that's the joke. He's like, helicopter. And then Skinner goes, it's not a helicopter. And it cuts to Otto, who goes, not a helicopter. And they show what he's seeing. It's him flying through the air, humming Flight of the Valkyries. Yeah. Holy shit. There's a lot of good jokes in this bus.
Yep. And fucking, yeah. And we get a more Otto than we've gotten in a while. Not that we get a lot, but getting even a few Otto jokes is always appreciated.
Yeah, because it's been a while.
And Bart kind of fucking realizes it. And he explains, come on, you guys. They like, and then I think that's when Skinner gives him the more in-depth explanation. Yeah. Like, we need you guys out of there because we can't have you take the test scores down because we won't get the government funding.
You're going to fuck up our averages.
Yep. And in the B story, and this is definitely one of those where the B story is far less significant. It's a pretty small story. Homer forgot to mail off his insurance payment. So because of that, he gets really paranoid right away about this when he realizes it. Because I think he notices it because he put it in the glove box, and it was when he was looking for his work ID badge. He's, oh shit, I was supposed to mail that 2 weeks ago. And he has to stay him and his household have to stay accident free until 3 p.m. when the payment is processed.
Yeah.
Which I like the idea of him, for the most haphazard man in America, now becomes weirdly paranoid for some reason.
Because now he's on the hook for it if something bad happens. And he even says, like, now I'm fiscally responsible for my own actions. Yep. There's a moment super early on in this episode where it's while they're celebrating the new school year that Marge is like, and by the way, mail this, and he's like, insurance. God, I love insurance. Yeah. And then we get a really long clip of Homer getting hurt. And this is early enough in the episode that my note says, is this a clip show? Because it's so early in the episode and goes on for so long that I'm like, hey, what are we doing?
No, you got one already.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there were some good deep cuts, like of random him getting injured. Yeah. I'm surprised we didn't see him rolling down the cliff when he fell out of the ambulance.
Yeah, because that's a good one. We got the one gorge one of all of the hundreds of Homers.
Yeah, all the Homer
falling
clones
over the cliff.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Was that a treehouse? Maybe.
Yeah, where they lure him with donuts. Hung the helicopter. That must be a treehouse, right?
That's gotta be. There's no way that's a real episode.
Yeah, that'd really be stretching it if it was. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. It's a good idea though for us, like him finally having to take consequence for his actions.
Yeah, like this is a good idea for a story, like because he's so paranoid, he's freaked out.
And there's kind of a C story of Lisa taking the test.
Yeah,
because she's weirdly struggling with it. She's in her own head.
She's freaked out.
In her own head.
She's shook.
Yeah, owe me a Coke. And I like the opposite of Milhouse being beside her and being okay with it, but still like, and just fucking up, but it's taking like, when he fucking realizes like, oh, I've been drawing my answers on my shirt, and he starts erasing his shirt with the pencil eraser.
Yeah, got just Scantron dots all down his shirt.
I've been writing it on my shirt. Like, and he
idiot.
doesn't even seem to be shook.
How
He's
would
like,
you do that?
It was like a fun act. Oh, look, I've been writing them on my shirt. He starts erasing his body.
Unbelievable.
So yeah, that was good. So cut back to the dummies. They got the bus. They're in Capital City, and I think Ralphie has to go to the bathroom. there's a part too. It's like where it's like, Otto, stop the bus. He's like, I can't. I'm in trance with this kid's dance. It's like Ralphie jumping side to side because he has to piss.
Yep, doing the pee-pee dance.
Yeah, and then they stop at a very shady gas station in the downtown Capital City, and it's fucking Skinner making sure Ralphie's okay in the bathroom. It's fucking Ralphie singing goddamn Spice Girls.
Yep.
And then it's like, I think we maybe have gotten this joke before. It's like, Ralphie, are you done already? He's like, I was done before we came in here.
I went before we came in here.
So gross.
Fucking funny.
Yeah.
I laughed so hard at that because we've gotten precious little Ralphie lately.
Yep.
So like just that taste was so good. I went before I came in here.
When they come out, the bus is stripped to a point of ridiculous. Like the cab is gone.
Yeah, the
it's
body
just a
is
fucking
gone.
chassis, pretty much. Like, so they're on foot, and things are rough. And they're fucking walking, and then it's just them kind of like just showing the bad relationship between Skinner and the kids.
Yeah,
just like them busting his balls, him not liking it, and back and forth, back and forth. Like, well, I just got to make sure to get you guys back. That's all that matters. Just get back to Springfield. And in some matter, I don't even think we see. I think he finally, I think we can do this to get home. But it's like, well, what about Ralphie? It's like, well, what about him? He's on a fucking garbage barge. Just
in the river.
Sitting on a garbage barge in the river, just plop down, having a good time. It's fucking A. And then fucking Skinner's idea is, he's like, hand me your fuck, why can't I think of
slingshot.
Your slingshot. He's like, he balls up a note. I can't think what it says. Like,
it just says, use your crane to save the boy.
Yeah, he shoots it at the crane operator because there's a crane picking up giant shipping containers and taking them off another barge. He fucking knocks out the goddamn. So the guy he was running a crane is now unconscious on the control. So now there's a shipping container that's tipped cockeyed and it's spilling grand pianos at a leisurely pace. And the garbage barge is going right for it. And Ralphie's like right in the path of these fucking grand pianos. And Skinner, Ralphie, run away. He's okay. He just runs in a tight circle. He's like a fucking 3-foot pivot. He barely there's a, oh my God. So it's looking rough for Ralphie. That's what Skinner fucking. He's like, I'm gonna do something for the first time. It's something like I'm gonna actually do something.
Yeah.
His first ever as a fucking principal. So he dives in. No, he doesn't dive into the water. Does he jump?
He jumps onto the shipping container.
That's what it is. And he fucking runs in like a concentric circle really fast. And that causes the container. And there's like a name for that.
Yeah, I forget. But he says, because they ask, like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm using the mathematical theorem of something or another to turn the container.
It's like, and one of them like, that's cool. It's like, that's the kind of stuff we should be learning in school. It's like, we have taught you that at school. It's like, you're just too busy eating sugary snacks and horsing around.
That's so good. That's such a good line.
Oh my God.
You're just too busy eating sugary snacks and horsing around.
So for one of the very few times the kids are impressed by Skinner.
Yeah.
There's been a handful of times there's been like moments of mutual respect, almost like a truce. But they're actually kind of like, oh, look at him. That was thinking on your feet.
Yeah.
And like there's a good gag too. Since he's causing the shipping container to spin, there's like this fucking wooden shack under a bridge that's like musically gifted orphan school.
Yep.
And a fucking grand piano falls through the roof. And we hear like a bunch of clapping, and then the piano played perfectly.
Yeah.
You know, like
they all cheer, and then flawless classical music comes on. Fuck, that was funny.
So then they cut to them all on the garbage barge going to Springfield. And I think he's reading Huckleberry Finn.
Yeah.
Is what I think that is.
Yep. He's finishing it up. Like he read them the whole
were they
book.
on it for? So, oh my God.
And all of the delinquents, everybody's just enraptured by the story of Huck Finn.
And then cut to Lisa not getting her fucking paper done. I don't think she even started.
No, didn't get past the first question. She was in her own head.
Bill House is like, yep, got it done, whatever. Lisa's so fucking shook. And I shouldn't get too far ahead. The B story, Marge has gals over.
For book club.
And there's all sorts of insane scenarios that he pictures. Like fucking someone getting fucking high heels in their eyes and falling into a goddamn fucking suit of armor and an axe hitting Mrs. Skinner in the back.
Yeah.
And then Marge and the fucking successful blonde-haired lady making out.
Yeah, I like that was the last one.
Because it's a Homer scenario, and that's what he's imagining.
Marge and Lindsay Nagel making out.
Yep. But then something does happen, but it happens. Oh, what it is there's a weird fucking bunch of circle. What is it that gets shot out?
A cheese knife.
A cheese knife.
That's it's Edna's using it, I think.
Yeah.
And then Homer somehow it ends up flying through the air and lands in Maggie's toy cannon, and she pulls the cord and it gets launched outside.
And who happens to be out there?
Fuck.
For some fucking reason, Mr. Burns is in the yard. Mr. Burns, a billionaire, is just in the Simpsons yard.
Walking through their yard.
Yep. And we get, the knife is barely in. Homer pulls it out. Blood shoots out like a geyser.
Yep.
He covers that. It goes out Burns' ear. It goes out his nose. Homer puts his nose over his mouth, and Burns' blood comes out of Homer's ears.
Yeah.
So yeah, a hell of a sight, gang.
I laughed so hard because it was so out of left field because you don't see who it hits right away. So knife goes up, lands in the toy can, and Maggie pulls it goes flying out the window, and you hear it connect with something, and then Burns' voice goes, Apaches! And then you hear the thump as he hits the ground. That chain of events, when all you hear is thunk, Apaches. I think it's the crowd. Holy shit.
And the series of events that Homer does all that shit to stop someone from getting hurt.
Yeah.
I know at one time a bunch of plastic cocktail swords go flying at Mrs. Van Houten.
Yeah.
And he somehow perfectly throws cheese cubes to absorb each of the swords.
Yeah, and they fall harmlessly to the ground.
Yep. There's a lot of good in that.
God damn it, that was funny.
So now it's 3:01. Homer's off the hook.
He's insured now. Yep.
And then you cut back to the school. Lisa's a wreck because she knows she did terrible. She didn't even fucking start on the test. And that is when the fucking Skinner and the Dum-Dums burst in. And Skinner's really taking charge here. Get rid of those standardized tests. And he just goes on this kind of fucking monologue he said something. Today I saw how children learn by watching their principal run around the top of a shipping container. We're not going to use any standardized tests in this school. Also, I'm getting rid of the ban on dancing. And there's this huge triumphant cheer for Skinner, which Skinner needs a W every once in a while. Yeah.
And then they just do the Footloose ending. Yeah. Holy shit. I laughed real hard at this. Yeah. This is a fucking good episode.
This might even be better than the second one.
I think it is.
Jesus, yeah. This is the kind of thing we should be learning in school. That's what you've learned in school.
You're just too busy eating sugary snacks and horsing around.
Because that would be the kind of thing that would stick in your craws. And teach you, why don't we learn this? We do. You just don't pay any attention.
Oh, shit. That was a good episode. I liked that episode a whole lot.
This is 2 weeks in a row now where we've had what used to be the rare phenomenon, which is just pure coincidence, where the last episode we watch is super strong.
Yeah, ending high.
That was rare for the longest time, it seemed like.
Yeah, but we're in it now. Yeah. And now The Simpsons is looking good or different. I bet there's people who hate this new digital animation because it's clearly not hand-drawn anymore. I bet there's people who really hate now when this happens.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I bet there's purists.
Yep. I think Simpsons has hit a level like Saturday Night Live where the amount of years where people have said it sucks has dwarfed the amount of years people thought it was good.
Yeah, for sure.
Like nothing. I mean, Saturday Night Live is at a point. I love Saturday Night Live. We're at a point now where like you don't even know what era they're talking about. Yeah, it's not as good as it was in the old days. Like, well, what's the old days?
Do you mean Chevy Chase or do you mean Chris Farley?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What fucking people forget, I think it's like the 94, 95 season. It's sometimes considered the worst season of SNL ever. And you look at that lineup, it's all heavy hitters, but it's a bunch of heavy hitters who had one foot out the door and they weren't even caring about SNL anymore. And they weirdly brought in like already famous people like Chris Elliott and Janine Garofalo and fucking Michael McKean, who's like fucking, I know he's the oldest brand new cast member ever, which... What a weird season. I remember watching that when I was young and thinking it was okay, but you could tell like it was fucking half-baked, you know? Like, I think, Jesus Christ, Chris Farley and Adam Sandler were fucking on the verge of being the most marketable comedy stars outside of Jim Carrey, you know? Like, like do they want to put up with that?
And then they fired him in 95.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. I know they fired Farley. They fired Sandler, too. Yeah. That's wild.
At the same time.
Yeah. Not just, like, let their contract expire, like, fucking fired. Yeah, there's a huge sea change in SNL lineups. That's when you got Will Ferrell and Sherry O'Terry, Molly Shannon, probably Anna Gasteyer, the dude that did all the impressions that was there for years. Fuck yeah! If you saw him, you could picture him. Did a really good Clinton. I don't know what he would have done after Clinton was out, but yeah.
Daryl Hannah?
Daryl Hannah.
Okay.
Yep.
We got there.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Basically, I always think back to that era. What's his name? Tim Meadows was the guy that survived.
Yeah.
And went on to be on the show many years after that. He probably ranks pretty high in the all-time most seasons played with that
Yeah,
show.
probably.
Yeah. Top 5, at least, I'd say.
Yeah.
Fucking Kenan Thompson's probably the top now.
Yeah, I think he is.
Is he?
Yeah.
That would make sense. He's fucking been on there for, it seems like a big chunk of my adult life.
I like Black Jeopardy. As somebody who doesn't really care for SNL, I like Black Jeopardy a lot.
Kenan Thompson serves that role just as Tim Meadows did. He can play a funny character, but he's very good at just being the straight man.
Yep.
He's the guy that's there to play a real human and isn't there for the laughs.
Yeah.
It's like, I always thought Will Parnell was good at that. There's an insane sketch where Janet Jackson was the host. And it's they're tourists in Italy, look at an Italian winery that's real old-fashioned and homespun. So it's all these people talking about, like all these SNL characters in thick Italian accents talking about the process of how to make wine. And the whole thing is, what we do different is we always soak the cork. We soak the cork so well.
Oh, I get it.
And it's just, they put the strong, the strong accent. So it sounds like they're saying suck and cock.
Yeah.
And people, of course, fucking Jimmy Fallon's laughing as soon as it starts. And fucking Horatio Sanz laughing. It's like, you fucking amateurs. And fucking Janet Jackson's having a goddamn fucking conniption fit. And I can't blame her. This ain't her fucking bag. The whole fucking group of everyone is dying. Fucking Chris Parnell is sitting there like playing a tourist like it's real life. Like he's interesting. So are you telling me you and your father soak cork together? Oh, and when your brother gets of age, he watches you two. Yes, like he fucking sells it so fucking perfectly.
Chris Parnell is fucking great.
Yeah.
I love Chris Parnell in everything, be it SNL or Archer or Rick and Morty or 30 Rock. Chris Parnell is fucking dope.
He was a part of 30 Rock, huh?
Yeah, a bit character. He plays Dr. Spaceman. His name is Dr. Leo Spaceman, but it's spelled Spaceman, so Tracy Jordan can't pronounce it. He thinks it's Dr. Spaceman.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's he's fucking great in everything, and he's been on Archer the whole time, and Rick and Morty the whole time.
Which Archer, that's going to be a long fucking run for that show. They still making new episodes?
Oh yeah, Archer's still going. I think they're 10 deep now.
Oh, I would be shocked if it wasn't more than that even. But yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, it's a long way in.
That creative team did 4 seasons of C-Lab.
5. There's 5 seasons of C-Lab.
Are you positive?
No.
I think it's 4.
Okay, I'll believe you.
I
think you're right now that I'm thinking of the DVD collections in my head.
Yep, that's what I did in my head too. Because I think I owned 3 of them, and I never owned the 4th season where Tornado Shanks replaced the captain.
Oh yeah, and there's good episodes in that season too.
Yep, there is.
It's different. It's different without Captain Murph.
There's one where Tornado Shanks takes Black Debbie out on a date, and she just does it because she's bored. She actually hits it off because it ends with them in a hot tub together. But meanwhile, they've had to shrink a spaceship down to microscopic size and have it in Tornado Shanks because I don't know, there's something inside him they got to get rid of.
Yeah.
And they're hitting it off, but the fucking boat goes back to full size. Tornado, I never knew you were this kind of fun. I'm the life of the party. Cuckoo, the fucking thing blows up. So now there's a giant spaceship. His fucking head's all distended. Oh.
Yeah, he's great. Also, like, we're fucking idiots. That guy on SNL isn't Daryl Hannah. It's Daryl Hammond. Daryl Hannah is from Splash.
Yeah.
That's the lady from Clan of the Cave Bear.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
She's just Clan of the Cave Bear. Good pull.
That's probably the first movie I ever saw her in was Clan of the Cave Bear.
Oh, man. Is a young Daryl Hannah in that early 80s sci-fi movie with fucking, oh, man. It's a Ridley Scott based off a Philip K. Dick novel. Blade Runner.
Oh, yes, she is in that. She's got the eye face paint.
There you go.
The Marilyn Manson stripe.
Yeah. Man, a lot of people have been aping that stripe across the eyes.
Yeah.
What's his name? Michael Stipe from REM used to rock that look.
Yeah. I think a lot of wrestlers have taken that look.
You know what? It's a lot easier than doing the intricate goddamn spider in the middle of your head like Road Warrior Animal did.
Animal, yeah. There's a really good Daryl Hammond documentary called Cracked Up.
Had a really rough childhood. Real rough upbringing.
It is a whole thing.
But you look at that guy, you'd assume he's some upper middle class East Coast kid who had everything given to him.
He looks like a guy who used to play tennis a lot in his youth, you know?
Yeah. And now laments that he's gotten kind of pudgy, so he can't play like he did when he was young.
But you watch that documentary and you're like, holy shit.
It's like, I had to stop my meth-fueled mother from eating a dog.
Yeah, like, it's fucking wild.
Weekly.
It's a great documentary.
Yeah.
We're wrapped up, homie. We did it.
it.
To go back to what you were talking about, those guys, the Archer guys did 4 seasons of C-Lab and then 2 seasons of Frisky Dingo, 1 season of the Xtacles, and then fucking Archer. All from 2 guys who got fired from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yeah. Or from, I thought they also were part of the Space Ghost squad.
I think they were also on that show.
So they were around for Adult Swim from ground floor.
Yeah, they stole old reels of C-Lab 2020, cut together a comedy show of it, and then sold it back to Adult Swim.
Yeah,
that's the most gangster shit.
God, that show was so good.
C-Lab's great.
I do like Frisky Dingo, but it's definitely a step below C-Lab for me. But it has its moments.
Frisky Dingo's pretty great.
Yep. I have a friend, I haven't seen it since it aired. I have a friend who swears by that Xtacles.
That's great. Yeah. That was one where it was like, man, this deserved better than being like an 8-episode run and then that no one watched.
About. Yep. There's a lot of forgotten gems. We're 20 years into Adult Swim.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane, kind of depressing. 20 years into Adult Swim. God, there's been some gems. And a lot of forgotten gems. It only got 1 season, maybe 2 to shine.
Yeah.
I always fucking hold the torch up for Stroker and Hoop.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I like Assy McGee.
Assy McGee was something else.
He played the harmonica.
Yeah,
and that made for a great joke because that's a funny visual.
Yeah,
a friend of mine was a computer animator on Xavier Renegade Angel.
No shit.
Yeah.
That show never did it for me, but there was the occasional part. There was one where there was a character called the Pugler, the punk rock juggler, that just seemed like everyone you would ever meet at Burning Man. Just like
that show was too Adult Swim for me.
Yep. Same thing
I have
with,
a line.
Was it 3 Ounce Mouse? That was too Adult Swim for me. It's like, this is just random nonsense at this point.
That was kind of their brand on that network.
Yeah. They made cartoons specifically for people on drugs occasionally.
Oh, yeah. Big time. That's going to do it. We did it. We got through another episode. We'll do this again next week, episodes 12 through 16 of season 20 of The Simpsons.
Sounds doable.
The show looks good now.
Look at it go.
Watch it.
We're going to do it.
Yeah, why not?
I'm going to watch these episodes.
You telling jokes this weekend?
I'm not.
Okay.
Jokeless. Jokeless as a man
weekend.
can be.
You're free.
Just gonna be me being serious all weekend. just being very. What's the word I'm looking for? What's a taciturn?
Okay. Look at you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or is it taciturn? I'm not sure. Is that a hard C or not? Yeah. I'll just keep to myself. Be stoic. Curmudgeonly, perhaps.
Yeah.
If someone tries to get jokes on me, they're gonna get some curmudgeonly.
You're just real frump.
Yep.
Just no.
No. Get out of here.
No jokes.
Get. Dude, we're in a fucking Perkins. I can be here too. You don't own this Perkins.
I'm telling jokes. I will be at the Cellar.
Oh, that's this weekend.
In Front Street Tap Room in Fargo. So for our Fargo and Fargo adjacent listeners, come see me tell jokes at the Cellar. There's a show on Friday and one on Saturday featuring for the wonderful Mike Lester, friend of ours from the cities. This show gets the Nathan Filipsuk seal of approval. Yep.
Mike
and
Lester's
Aiden
so
McCluskey
fucking good.
Also going to be there.
Angel.
Who I've never met before. So
he was literally a child when I met him. I'd be interested to see him now. He's like probably 19 now. But he was
still a child.
So you might have to buy him beer.
Okay.
Be prepared for that.
Okay.
Are you willing to commit?
I feel like that falls to the headliner. He should ask Mike Lester for that. So
I think the feature has to take small misdemeanors. That's kind of your part.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hold the bag. Yeah. Mike Lester, one of my absolute favorites from Minneapolis. So I'm looking forward to working with him
Mike
again.
is terrific. So yeah, come check that show out. If you're Columbus, you got time. Check out the Greyhound schedule. Leave work on a Tuesday. You'll
we got
be
a
here
train
in time.
station.
Yeah, holy fuck. If anyone wants us to pick them up from Columbus on the train or the bus, I think we'll both go on record and say we will do that for you.
Absolutely. Yep. I'll give you a ride from the train to your
Regardless
hotel.
if you're on the lam and you need a fucking I ain't gonna let you sleep near me.
Right.
But I will fucking drive you to another fucking. You need to go to a Perkins and sleep it off. You fucking whatever you need to do. You need to rob a Walmart. I'll drive you there. I'll just play dumb.
You're participating in a lot of crimes.
Yeah, fucking. I'm good at playing dumb. Like, well, who what now?
They did what in that Perkins? No.
That's crazy. You tripping?
You are good at that. You got all the sounds down.
I got the sound so down.
So that's my plan for the weekend. That's your plan for the weekend. We got 5 episodes of The Simpsons to watch. If you're coming from Columbus to see the shows and need a ride from the train, you can email the show barleybasketUSA@gmail.com or hit us on the socials, the Facebook, the Twitter, the Instagram @barleybasketUSA. Don't forget, if you haven't had a chance yet, to go check out last week's episode of Brews, Booze, and Reviews for the 4 Rose Bourbon Vertical. That was a lot of fun.
We got day drunk.
We did. I listened to that episode. That was a fun episode.
Yeah,
we had a good time.
There's some goofs.
Yeah. So that's going to do it for another episode. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.